Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Arena of Arsha 2025 finals for EU. It's going to be a great day today. Everyone is ready to get their gaming going. So,
Yep.
yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this program here. I am your host, CM Vaha, and on my left-hand side here, your right-hand side, we have the illustrious CM Etsu from PC helping us out with the cast today. CM Etsu, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Hello, everyone. Like Vaha said, I am from the PCCM team. I'm best known for my Dark Knight PvP. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. Console PvP from the NA scene so far has been admittedly like very, very hyped.
Yeah, we've had some pretty crazy moments coming out from the NA side of the tournament, and some really crazy matches we had yesterday. But sorry, go on.
Oh no, you're good. But I'm just glad to be here. So thank you everyone for having me. And
yeah, and today we also have a really special guest joining us. It's going to be Zach from the EU community, very long-standing personality in the EU BDC game. So why don't you introduce yourself, Zach?
Hi guys, what's up? Thanks for having me again. And like Vaha said, already here, been here like I think day 1, 5 years already.
Oh yeah!
Wow,
has been a ride, man. So super active in the tournament scene, and I'm super happy to be here. Like last week, we had the round of 16 and the pre-matches, and it was really, really nice. I enjoyed those fights. I can't wait. We have exciting fights for today. But first off, guys, how are you feeling after 2 days of tournaments with Asia and NA? Are you tired?
It's been a little rough, but I feel like the adrenaline from these matches have been keeping us going. So, I'm just wanting to jump into these matches today to see what else we got cooking. We've seen some crazy matches from Asia. We've seen some really, really competitive matches from NA. Just a lot of people coming back. It's kind of like the A team feeling where you get the old homies linking up again to see if they could still have what it takes
to come out of retirement.
Yeah, putting on the jacket one more time and seeing if they have what it takes to take the crown. So we've been seeing a lot of great matches, and hopefully we'll see some today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way.
Yeah. So why don't we go ahead and hop into the rule set that we have for the tournament we have going on today, just to really quickly check it out. It's going to be your standard Arena of Arsha format with the health decreasing over time. So at the 2-minute mark, the maximum health of all players will be decreased by 20%. And moving on closer to the 1-minute mark, everyone will have their health decreased by 50%. So this has been usually where we see a lot of the tense moments been happening with the fights happening on the round of 8 side, just because I guess teams are still kind of feeling each other out and figuring out what kind of play style they're going for. So the first few minutes or so, they were just like seeing if they can get catches on each other, see if anyone has a weak link on their team. But really the action starts after the 1-minute mark is passed, with a lot of the E buffs coming out and the class buffs just coming out, and people just throwing all their damage into the fray. Why don't we go ahead and jump over to the rewards to see what people are fighting for today. Second place prize will have each adventure on the team gain a glorious Arsha Awakening weapon for 180 days. A good clean half year of time with that weapon, so some good time spent. And they will also get 3 glorious Arena of Arsha reward boxes, and on top of that you'll get a trophy to celebrate your second place finish in the tournament.
We love bragging rights.
Yeah, and of course you can't have a tournament without those marvelous pearls. So the second place team will also be taking home 30,000 pearls for their placing. Yeah, quite the hefty amount. Moving on to third place, we have the glorious Arsha Awakening weapon. 90 days, a good 3 months of that for each adventure on the team. And on top of that, we'll also have glorious Arena of Arsha reward box. You get 2 of those, and a trophy as well to celebrate, your third place finish. It's going to be pretty cool. And 20k pearls for them.
Wow, that's still a lot.
Yeah, ton of pearls.
That's still a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and coming up with fourth place, each adventure on the team will get a glorious Arsha Awakening weapon, 80 days. Oh, is that going to be 60 days? I guess we have a little bit of a typo on the screen. Sorry about that. But it's going to be a good 60 days of the weapon, and we do have 1 glorious Arena of Arsha reward box for y'all. And 10k pearls.
Still a lot of pearls.
Yeah, and now that we have the runner-up and the third place rewards.
Tell us about those first place rewards. I feel like everyone's really interested in those.
The first place awards. The bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of the tournament. For our first place finalists, the grand champions, We're going to have Arena of Arsha exclusive title for the first place team, so you can flex on everyone in the server, just let them know who's the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
And alongside that, you're also going to get a glorious Arsha weapon skin, permanent.
Forever? You
Yep.
get to keep that forever?
It's forever. Got your name on it engraved and everything. Don't quote me on that.
Hey.
We probably can't do that, but you can keep it forever. Yeah.
There's only 3 weapons so far on EU, so yeah, people want to have those.
Oh, wow.
And these will be the new champs too, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of people competing, vying for that today. And of course, you can't go without the glorious Arena of Arsha reward box. You're going to get 5 of those for the first place team, and a whopping 50,000 pearls. That's a lot of costumes.
That is a lot of costumes. That's a few hexapacks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I think we're going to have some pretty good matches today. But it's been a while since we had an Arena of Arsha tournament for console. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have some things to prove today. You know, some words, you know, that they have to back up on server chat.
Yeah,
so
you gotta protect your honor.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the top Siege skills are probably participating in this tournament, right, Zach? So they're sending their best people out here.
Yeah, we have a lot of Siege guilds. Actually, I think it's mostly Siege guilds that are that sent their participants today. But we also have obviously some mixed competitions. And last week we had a lot of surprises. Actually, a few surprises actually when it comes to because when there's a fight and you know each other, right? On console is really small. You kind of know, or mostly you know, okay, this team is gonna win or this team is gonna win. But last week we had some crazy underdog teams, and this is why I'm really excited to see them today. How they are performing, and we talked about this earlier. Like on Asia, you have your ninjas and wusas, but on EU, like we will see the tank meta today.
Yes.
So,
We love that. We love to see it.
The big boys are back in town. Yes.
So bad.
Okay.
tanks and Shies, man. Like Shies will be nuts, but
Scary.
yeah, excited to see.
Okay.
So,
yeah. We're definitely excited to see what EU is going to bring to the table and see what the meta is like shaping out over on that server. Why don't we go ahead and hop over to the bracket to see who we have coming up today in the round of 8 quarterfinals. We have BDO Pigs going up against C in our first match of the day. We have We Need a Fourth versus Gorillaz coming up right after that. And on the right side of the bracket, we have Sigma going up against Incredible.
Base.
And under that, we have What is a Grab?
What is a grab?
What is
a
What is a good? That's I didn't know we were getting philosophical today.
And they're going up against Fish Tank, which is kind of become a crowd favorite. I am not sure why. Maybe the players are very charismatic, but definitely a cool team coming out of the rep bracket here.
That. I'm sure they have a lot to back up.
Probably a lot of skill too, but
yeah, they made it this far.
Yeah, pretty cool name though. And yeah, that's going to be our bracket coming out for today. Let's go ahead and hop into the first match if we have everything ready. So, like I mentioned earlier, we have BDO Pigs with Abraham A on the Awakened Striker, King Kong probably rocking that Succession Berserker, holding it down for his team, and Saigu on the Sorceress. Do you know if this is going to be a Succession Sorceress or an Awakened Sorceress, Zach?
It's an Awakening Sorceress.
Yes, of course. Just a classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on the right side, they're going up against C, which is going to have Cavalry on that Awakened Mystic, Marco Jr. on the Awakened Striker, and cute little Shy, but maybe not so cute this time. Very ferocious Shy. Ecstasy is going to be piloting that Shy. And yeah, let's get some thoughts about these team comps that we're seeing coming out from these two teams. Etsu, would you like to take over here?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, like Zach, you mentioned earlier, EU's bringing the tank meta. You can see from Seaside on the right side, we have Chivalry on the Mystic. We have a Mystic Striker and a Shy. And all I'm saying is if I was on the enemy team as that Sork, I would be having a miserable time. That is not a team comp I'd want to fight. I'm really interested to see what happens. I feel like King Kong and Abraham are really going to have to... Someone's going to have to grab the Shy in Bongos, but, like, I mean... Yeah.
It's a little risky to go in there.
Like, what do you know? Like, you also have 2 grab classes on the enemy team. I really do feel like Seigu is going to struggle. But they've got this far, right?
Yeah.
So...
They got this far. Yeah. Like it will be interesting to see BDO picks. They tend to play more aggressive towards like early rounds. They try to pick this early kills, and C is like they they adapt mostly, but I think in this against this competition they won't play as aggressive at the start. But we have to see. However, Saigu is a fantastic soak player, so he definitely knows how to fight against gauntlets, and he has the gear and the damage to actually kill them. So
That's what
we have
like to hear.
Will be interesting, man.
And it seems like most of the players from the BDO Pigs side of things are going to be representing Maine, one of the top guilds over in EU. It seems like they haven't really played too much in the past, but they've immediately found synergy with their composition and just meshing really well together, as was seen from the preliminary rounds. I think the other side of the bracket here is C, mostly with super geared people from Nukt. These guys are going to be geared to the teeth. They have all the swaps, all the maxed out gear. So I'm going to be very curious to see if gear is probably going to be a determinant factor, but I'm pretty sure everyone is about the same level here, so it's just going to come down to skill.
Yeah, more or less they're on the same gear page here.
Yeah, so before we get into the match here, let's see if we have any predictions coming out. Just based on comp, you know.
On comp? If
Yeah.
you're basing it on comp, purely, I mean, I think it's difficult to deal with 2 gauntlets and a shy.
But we got Saigu. He is the chef.
That's true.
He do be cooking.
You and Zek both hyped him up, so I'm really looking forward to see them take down that team comp.
Yeah, let's see. Do you have maybe a scoreline you want to go with? Maybe like a 3-2, or you think it's going to be a sweep, 3-0?
Don't ask me. I'm gonna have to see some battles first.
Okay. He's
This
throwing
one's a little bit of a toss up for me. I'm not entirely sure, but you guys know these players a lot more than I do.
All right. Yeah. So Etsu's going to be going for. I guess you're going to be casting your vote for BDO Pigs, then, right?
I vote for C.
Okay. Betraying your sorceress and going with the gauntlets. Okay.
I'm actually lifting him from the caster curse by saying they're going to win. And then,
I see what we're doing here.
It, so I'm going for the opposite side.
Yeah. How about you, Zach? What do you think is going to happen here?
To be honest, I also think it will be really hard for BDO Pigs. As soon as the C can manage to kill the soak, they lose incredible amount of their damage. And we saw this last week as well. Like, we have the team comps we have, they have often like 1 damage dealer, 1 or 2, and then they have like a supporter, like a shy or like something else that is really tanky but can provide some buffs. So it's not like we have 3 damage dealers that can pull it off alone, like what is definitely possible in 1vx situations. But in this one, I think if they manage to kill the Sorg, it will be really hard for BDO Pigs to just have the damage to win over the other team.
Gotcha. All right, and it looks like we have our first match coming up. All the adventures are ready inside, and let's see what we have cooking up in this first round.
All right, let's get right into it. You can see Ecstasy's up there at the front. Looks like he's tossing up some shy buffs, and yeah, at the start of this match, I'm gonna assume C's gonna just go all out right out the gate. Why wouldn't you? You have those buffs. It's gonna speed you up. It's gonna give you more damage. Let's see how they play this. They're gonna move towards the center of the arena. Actually playing it a bit passive. Just a bit. No reason to go in just yet.
Guys, we got to min-max some buffs, man.
Right. We have C moving forward. Looks like Zerker is running into the fight. He goes towards the back line. Doesn't quite find anyone. He's just going to circle around. You can see Segu's trying to toss in a little bit of damage towards the center of the arena. Doesn't quite find it. Those shy bongos do go out, but doesn't quite catch. Oh, looks like it did actually catch someone. No Vs were used, but we can see someone was on the ground, one of the strikers. But yeah, like you said, it looks like everyone's geared. There's a lot of damage being tossed in the center. Segu's actually being chipped down to 35% during all of the chaos. And yeah, like it's just tough to deal with like these kinds of team comps for sure as a Sork. But he's moving around, he's dancing around, he's doing just fine for now. You can see that the Zerker King Kong is on the ground, but again, it is a Zerker. He's tanky. He manages to get up. Abraham also went down, but nothing's happened. And yeah, you can see how much control that Shy is bringing.
Getting massive value there.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of value. Yeah. It's really tough, and with an uncapped environment where the Shy can just build really tanky. You know, you have the support where ideally you'd want to focus out of the fight, but since they're also really tanky, they're kind of...
They're playing a little bit of a double role here, you know, a little secret agent, just wearing a massive tin armor on that Shy. You cannot break through the defenses.
Really, really tough. And yep, you can see Abraham's just trying to find something, dancing around the battlefield, doesn't quite find it. He's going to go for that somersault, doesn't connect. Segu also doing well. He's got his HP back, but something that I missed earlier, that he also burned his V already. Dropping down to 57%, and Segu's unfortunately going to be taken out of the fight, and I feel like that was just a matter of time. It's just those bongos always going off. You don't really have that luxury of trying to toss out like unprotected abilities like TBS for a catch. You can see that Chivalry, I believe, tried to, or Marco Jr. tried to go for a grab, but it didn't connect right there. King Kong in the center manages to get stunned. He is going to be put on the ground. Chip down all the way down to 30% HP, but he still doesn't burn his V. He's still up, so let's see if that helps him out in the long run. You know, sometimes you want to V a little bit early just in case you take too much damage, but with the Zerker being as tanky as he is, he can afford that luxury. Now, there's just a lot of SA trading going on in the center of the arena, and yeah, like we said earlier, fighting around Ecstasy is just really difficult. Now, 50% HP decrease did happen about 15 seconds ago, so teams are going to go a little bit more in. Chivalry dropping very low, doesn't burn his V just yet. You can see King Kong gets put on the ground once again, but still doesn't burn his V. He's going to dance around. Yeah, just rotating, looking for something.
They've got to make something happen soon, though.
Chivalry does manage to get a grab onto King Kong with a long extended grab, but that might actually put him in a bad position because he was forced to take a lot of chip damage. But he's still doing fine. He's still dancing in the center, but he is going to get stunned. Has to use his V at 6% HP, and if he's sniffed right now, that could be a really, really bad position for this team. Again, they're in a 2v3 situation, so there's not many options they could do. King Kong does try to go for a grab, doesn't manage to connect, and now he's just going to use frontal, trying to trade in the team, but he's slowly getting chipped, and I fear that, yep, everything's going to time out.
Yeah, C is going to take that first round there, Zach. There's a lot of things that just happened there. Is there anything that caught your eye during that round? Maybe some adaptations that we need to see coming out from the side of BDO Pigs?
So, like I said earlier, as soon as the Soak's out, there's not much they can do. They try to, or at least I think they try to focus the Soak first, play around the Shy, and also Awakening Mystic is something you don't really see these days anymore. Like, Chivalry is really good at it, and having all the CC from the Shy, from the Awaken Mystic, and make Awaken Mystic vacuum slow CCs all over the place. It is really hard for the Soak to just find a place to enter somewhere. So the only way I see like possible for them, if they wait until the enemy team drops like from the HP timers a bit, the Soak stays alive and then just comes in with like an E-buff and just tries to get some kills. We saw Chivalry dropping a bit lower there at some point, but the damage is just not there as soon as the Soak taken out. Plus, when you lose one of your members, you will always lose the HP timeout match. So if BDO Pigs can't turn this around, I think we will see this again. Like, C's playing really well in this defensive spots and playing around the Shy.
I do agree. I believe the next match is ready.
Yeah, but just go ahead and talk on the point
while we're getting that next match up on screen. Yeah, I agree. I'm a little bit surprised to see that team played into the defense. Honestly, if I were them, like you said, with an HP timer, if you lose one member, that's it, and that's really all BDO. That's all C has to do against BDO Pigs. Yeah. If I was BDO Pigs, I'd probably just stall and try and survive and wait until I wouldn't even try to trade any damage as that Sork until one of your team members finds a grab and then just try to chip them. But he has to stay really safe. He's already burning Karshans. That's actually kind of risky to burn this early, especially if he ends up getting chased afterwards. You can see King Kong getting hit by the bongos right there. Ecstasy just dancing around on that Shy, doing whatever. He is on the ground, but you know, it's a Shy that's really tanky, so there's not really much you can do in terms of bursting. There's the bongos coming out. The fight is moving a little bit away from them, but he does reposition a bit. You can see Chivalry is tossing out the vacuum. Everyone's getting stuck right there on the stairs. And there's just a lot of super armor trading right here. But you can see Segu's kind of taken like a outskirts approach to just trading damage in. Really smart. He does manage to find a Eruption Catch onto Marco, burning him down to 60% HP, but he is going to get back and
immediately heals back up,
Right, and that's, again, if you can't even take them out that fast, like we said, I think it just might be in your best interest to wait until the 50% HP drop. Unfortunately for Segu right there, he did go down and was forced to burn V. You can see King Kong is trying to chase down Chivalry just a bit. Doesn't quite find that.
We got to watch Segu here. He's coming out of his V. Is very dangerous still. They're still chasing him down, as you see on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, and with his V down, King Kong does find that grab onto Chivalry. He is going to get slammed onto the ground. Is he going to burn his V? Not
Sock's
quite
coming
yet.
In.
But it does look like Chivalry is actually bursted down to 40% HP, and he is forced to V. Let's see if someone can find the sniff. I think it was actually found on that wall, but no one was really there to back it up. But if they can manage to... It's seeming like the opportunity here for BDO Pigs to win is if they can get Chivalry on the ground, if they can force his V in and burst him down. But yeah, like we said, we don't really want to force
Oh, another huge grab coming out.
Looks like Chivalry is on the ground. It looks like Chivalry is taken out, and this is a
Wow.
position you do want to be in. This is really good. Just a Striker and Shy, you just have to play safe. The Shy's actually getting bursted down. Actually, no, that's the 50% HP decrease coming out of nowhere. That's the cap. Ecstasy is on the ground. He manages to get back up. No V burned from his side at all. He's still doing pretty good. King Kong going on the ground. And if I were BDO Pigs right now, I would just reset and play it safe.
Yeah.
Even though the Shy buffs are still powerful, just peel for Segu, peel for that Stork, win off HP, and then try to take out Marco if you can. But right now, they can just play it safe. There's no reason to be overly aggressive.
Yeah, I think you're really on point there with
Exactly,
the Segu. You know, he doesn't have his V anymore. He just has to play safe here. As long as he doesn't fall over, I think they got this round under the wraps. I feel like there isn't much of a 1v3 potential here. I know there's 2 teammates left on the right side of Team C, but of course it's going to be...
One of them's a Shy.
Yeah, one of them is just...
But those Shy buffs kind of make you 2 people in one.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, man. Shy buffs can make you 2 people, definitely.
Yep. You can see there's a lot of damage
We
trading
see
going on to
another
Marco right here. Yep,
Marco
he's on
has
the ground.
no V, and he's down. He's dead.
Oh, there we go.
And there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now, that was a really
Nice.
good adjustment. I'm still surprised that they played so aggressive right off the bat, knowing the enemy team has Shy buffs. But Segu still a little bit too aggressive. He got caught early on, however. I do think he played it really well.
The adaptation really came through from him.
Yep,
Yeah, the
and then having the
adaptation,
Zerker focus Chivalry, that was a really good move. They were able to get his V, and then they found out, oh, we can burst this guy. We can't burst the Striker, we can't burst the Shy, but we can burst Chivalry, and I do think that's going to be their win condition moving forward.
Yeah, really good play coming out from the side of BDO Pigs, making sure that they lock in on Chivalry and making sure that once the V has been burned from the Mystic as well, they just dive straight in there and clean it up before they're able to regroup, and get those Shy buffs going again. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Any thoughts about that round we just saw, Zect?
Yeah, we saw exactly what they had to do. Like, they adapted perfectly, in my opinion. Obviously, nothing is really perfect, but Sork just playing around, tried to not get caught. As soon as someone was on the ground, he was rushing in, trying to get this damage. This worked really well versus Chivalry. I mean, what I said about BDO Pigs, when they lose a player, also goes for the other team, right? If they lose Chiv or if they lose Marco, they also lose a lot of the damage that they still have because they are really tanky. They are not skilled in like glass cannon builds or so. So if BDO Pigs can pull this off a few more times, then they can take the victory here. It all depends on Segu, how he's playing.
We've seen some elusive Sork plays from our other brackets coming out from other regions, and it looks like Segu is no different. Just a master of his class and showing what it can do.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and hop in. We have the 3rd round coming up here.
Yeah, honestly, if I was Segu, I think the only abilities I'd be using is the SA Eruption and Grim, and maybe Karshans if someone's on the ground. I would not do anything else versus this team.
Want to get a little stylish with it, you know?
Stylish versus a Shy and 2 gauntlets.
Yeah, maybe throw a little bit of crow
You,
flares in there.
you could be stylish. What crow flare? That's crazy. What is this?
Gross.
2019?
I mean, I don't play
No,
Sork.
yeah, we're not gross, man.
Yeah,
Against
crow
2
flare.
gauntlets. No.
Oh, there's the Blade of Darkness going out. Ecstasy is going to hold the fort down with the bongos. You can see there's a fight going on in the background on the stairs. Let's see, King Kong is put on the ground, but again, that is a Zerker with high HP, really tanky target. Not much you can really do in terms of bursting. They're all just looking for someone to grab. King Kong on the ground again. I have a feeling he's constantly trying to go for Chivalry. Luckily, he's tanky enough to survive all of the bursts. There's the bongos again. Segu is caught. Yep, I would just move back, constantly play safe, wait for that Zerker to get a catch. Zerker does find Marco. He is put on the ground, but is there going to be enough damage? He is re-KD'd, but he does get bursted down to 80%, but he's probably going to get healed up just a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, we just have to play it safe, play it slow. Segu holding block on the outskirts. He's just waiting for something, throwing in range damage, throwing in a Dream of Doom. Really smart play. Go for that Grim right there. I think that was Vile plan being tossed out. There's the Magnus skill just for a little bit of SA damage. He does manage to catch Marco.
Oh, nice CC.
Ooh. All right. He does actually a pretty good, pretty decent damage for fighting a gauntlet right there. But yeah, just play it safe. Play the outskirts. Wait for someone to get some sort of catch. Throw the Dream of Doom. Perfect. This is exactly what we want to see. He's waiting for the right moment. King Kong's on the ground. He's fully trusting. But unfortunately, that Striker just walked up to him and pressed E.
We hate the menacing walk from the Striker. Just
we
walking
hate to see
at
that.
you. So forcing the V out of Segu, they're going to have to play a lot more safe coming up. And just like that, they sniffed him out of the V and just cleaned them up right after. It's looking not so good for BDO Pigs coming up here. They've already lost their, I guess you could call them a carry.
Yeah, that is their damage carry on their team.
So this is going to be very tough for King Kong to pull this one back.
And being in a 2v3, is possible if there is no shy in the, as a factor.
Unfortunately, there is a shy.
Unfortunately, there is a shy.
And the shy is very healthy.
This is not possible. This is not possible for them to win anymore.
We've seen these. We've seen them win these.
Maybe not this time. It's gonna be too much.
It looks like a lot of damage is being tossed out. 50% HP decrease has happened. Again, 3 members up on C side. Chivalry is
Chivalry's
going
super low.
He actually might be able to die here. If King Kong can get back up, unfortunately, he gets grabbed by Marco, so they're not going to have the opportunity to chase and try to find that V. Chivalry does come back into the fight, but he is really low. Again, they're going to have to try and go for him.
And Abraham goes in, and all the damage in the mosh pit there just falls over.
Right, unfortunate. Now, like we said before, again, yes, Segu went down, but if he's able to play, I actually think Segu was playing extremely well, except when he let the striker go up.
Okay, that was crazy how he just let him walk at him.
That was unlucky. I have a feeling maybe he just, got pulled back.
Yeah.
Like he iframed last second. But overall, the performance from Segu was, I'd say, pretty appropriate. He was tossing in that Ranger Bomb.
Yeah.
He was tossing in Dream of Doom off cooldown and just kind of waiting. If you could play that without getting caught and just waiting for the Zerker for a catch on Chivalry, we even saw without Segu there, they actually still had like okay damage on Chivalry. So they're just going to have to play for that and try to take him out of the fight.
And I know that you mentioned this earlier, Zach, that you don't really see the Awakening Mystic in a lot of these tournaments these days. Maybe you could bring some insight to what this class has to offer for his team in these type of scenarios. And I guess in any team comp, I guess you guys would have some thoughts about what this class is able to bring to the table for their team.
So, yeah, Awakening Mystic, people kind of memed on Awakening Mystic the last year, I'd say.
Yeah, I was going to say fast.
Because of the low damage. It has really low damage potential, but what it has is like, you have
utility.
The Spiral Core with CC, you have utility a lot, exactly. The Vacuum is super annoying, you have slows, even though slows are not that strong anymore. You still can like a dash grab. It's more like a brawler type of than Succession is. Succession has a bit more damage, but like just less utility in CC overall. Picking Awakening here is just going for like massive for massive annoyance kind of.
Yeah, plus the shy, plus the striker for sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into the next round here. Go ahead and keep on talking, Zach. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
No worries. But I actually underestimated the Zerker a bit. Like, the Zerker is doing a really great job in just grabbing everyone. He's on the ground often, but he's getting targeted even though he's not getting killed. So Zerker's doing a great job, like grabbing everyone.
Yep, you can see he actually just ran in, tried to find a grab. He's not quite finding it just yet. He gets vacuum. Good play from C. Segu is playing the outskirts. Again, he did just go into Nightmare. And again, using it very early on might be a little risky, but we'll see how he plays it out here. King Kong still trying to find that grab onto someone. He's right on Abraham.
Oh, Abraham just got knocked, though. Maybe they can peel the enemies off him. He's losing a lot of health right now.
Right, but it looks like we are going to reset a bit up. Segu on the ground again, and he's going to be bursted down to 20% HP and forced to V. And yeah, like I said, we just have to play it safe. It's okay not to constantly try to like use an ability at all times. Just wait for that Zerker to find that grab.
Yeah, and I think you might be onto something there. Maybe holding that Nightmare cooldown might be the play coming up on this next round. Just having that very, very defensive cooldown on, on the shelf and not being able to look for it when you're getting pressured is not the move here.
Absolutely. It looks like King Kong is going to go on the ground again. He is trying to find something for his teammates. Fortunately for his team, he can afford to go on the ground. He's really tanky. Looks like Segu is trying to throw some damage in. He did throw Swirling and Grim. Didn't quite connect. He's going off to the side. And again, they know he doesn't have V, so he has to be very careful with when he comes out and tries to toss in abilities into the chaos. All right, you can see that...
Chivalry is slow.
Chivalry is really low. Again, that's a high priority target for them. King Kong does try to go for the grab, doesn't manage to connect. He moves out of the way last second, unfortunately. But he still has his number, still going for him. You can see that Zerker dashing around. And it looks like Segu...
He's running after Chivalry like...
Segu went into Nightmare again.
He has blood in his eyes.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Right, there's Abraham on the ground.
Well, Zerker is just doing such a great job of peeling for his team and applying pressure at the same time. Let's see from Segu's POV what he's going to be doing here. It's just, you see the spacing from the Sork. It's just very, very methodical.
Ooh, he went into the center, though. He doesn't have to go that close. He can actually position pretty far with Grim and play it a little bit safe. but he's still managing to survive.
Yeah, still playing within means.
Marco Jr. is low as well. He actually doesn't have a V, so if they can burst him out of the fight and take him out, Chivalry should be an easy get-to after that. All right, 50% HP decrease has occurred. BDO Pig's looking really healthy, but we've seen it before where Sega can be taken out at a second notice. Chivalry getting really low.
70%.
Marco getting really low as well. King Kong and Segu are also low, but they still have the damage. If they can get a catch, they can take someone out really fast. But with the HP, or with the timers going out in 20 seconds, this could go down to HP. There's a lot of risk that can occur here down to the last 10 seconds. King Kong did manage to get a grab, I believe, onto Ecstasy. Really, actually not a bad grab, trying to keep him out of the fight, preventing him from doing bongos. But there's 10 seconds left on this fight. King Kong's on the ground. They're going to have to be safe.
Oh,
unfortunately, Segu
does
does go down, and he's taken out. And with 3 seconds on the clock, I believe that the C team is...
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Past the quarterfinals.
It was a tough fight, and it was really close between both sides in the last minute. But just letting that Shy get back up and rebuffing and topping his team off, it was just a little bit too much, and it just sent it over.
It was too much, but again, we did mention. I do think, you just have to play it into that kind of team. You have to play it very slow, and you have to play risk-free, like no unprotected skills. Probably hold on to Nightmare a lot more and just try to save it for like the last second. But other than that, they did adapt pretty well in the second round, and I love that we got to see like that turnaround. So maybe if they ever fight these opponents in the future, I'm sure they would have a good chance at winning.
Yeah, so great match to start everything off. Congratulations to C for moving on to the semifinals. Let's go ahead and bring up the bracket to see the update. So yeah, as you can see, C is going to be moving on.
As you can see.
As you can see.
As you can see.
Not intentional. Anyways, we will be going into our next match here. We Need a Fourth going up against Gorillaz. Do we have anything that we can, introduce these guys with? Zach, any information, any intel on these two teams that we have coming up here?
Yeah, absolutely. We Need a Fourth is actually kind of a bit of an underdog team. They haven't really fought together in past tournaments, and the first round they took out one of the top contestant teams. Everyone was really surprised that they pulled this off, and from what we have seen from them in the second match was also absolute top notch. We have Troublemaker, also an OG, so playing this class for 5 years. Only Shy, I think it's not even a main Shy, so it's just a tech. I might be wrong here. And Ryobi, also one of the OG strikers. Crazy gear, probably absolutely capped. And the other team, Gorillaz, we actually haven't seen them fight really. I think, if I'm correct, I think that was one of the teams that got a pass. Oh no, sorry, they didn't get a pass, but they fought Gaia last week, and Gaia was one of the more PvE focused. They were just determined to have some fun. You could see that they don't really have any experience with fighting the siege kills. So this will be a super interesting match because we haven't seen a lot of the Gorillaz potential, but we have from We Need a Fourth.
Yeah. And on the other side of the bracket, we do have Gorillaz. It looks like these group of players are going to be representing Maine, of course, one of the big guilds out there on the Siege scene. We have a lot of very, very geared players in this match, so I think it's going to come down to what each composition is going to be able to bring to the table here. Etsu, maybe we can have a little bit of more insight of what we are going to see from both of these teams.
Right, so we do have a mirroring. We can't go into the match while I'm describing this, but we do have some mirroring on both sides. Shy, Mystic, Striker.
Yeah.
But then also Skirmishers, one Sork, one Hash. Hash does have those slows to provide if he's an Awakening for his team, so that is something that might benefit Gorillaz a little bit more. But yeah, I do think those Skirmishers are going to be a high priority target, so let's see how Troublemaker deals with this sort of team comp. Is he going to be able to survive in all the chaos? And can he live? I do think, Shy versus Shy, this is definitely going to go down the timer and things are going to move a little slow. You can see on the outskirts, Troublemaker is trying to be a troublemaker and just, try and find a catch on the outskirts. He's dumping damage in. That's what we like to see. He doesn't have to go in the center of the fight because, again, that's going to be too risky. But you can see that Genghis actually is pushing him away from the fight, just trying to not allow him to do anything. And that Stork is going to have to be careful with that range grab. You can see right here, actually, that Troublemaker immediately got focused. He's actually not burning V just yet.
Just very confident in the peel coming out from his team.
Right, very confident. You can see that Gorilla did use his E-buff. And yeah, things are about to get a little bit spicy here. Genghis does get caught with the bongos, but no one there to follow up. Troublemaker trying to create some trouble on the outskirts. He is going to throw out some blades, toss it in the middle. There's some swirling, and there's the Grim. Is it going to connect? Not quite, but again, there is a lot going on. Tosses in Crows, try to get a little bit of chip damage out, but yeah. Let's see how long he can survive here. He notices that Genghis is behind him. He's going to move away, which I would as well. He does manage to somehow get a catch on the Gorillaz and Genghis at the same time, going in the violation. No one quite goes down. Bulin on the ground. Let's see if they can burst him just a little bit. He is losing a bit of HP. And yeah, I love that I'm seeing Troublemaker right here, being able to survive in all the chaos and play it very safe.
Yeah, he's really threatening
providing
there.
damage. Yeah.
Man, can you imagine, like, back in the days, Sorg was the class where, like, no, I'm not going near that, and now they are the ones that get chased down.
Oh, I'm going in. Yeah, and it does look like Gorilla, the striker on Gorilla's side, did get caught, and he was forced to V, so now they know his V is down. Let's see if they can take him out of the fight. He doesn't have E buff at this point.
A little bit of skateboarding action coming out from the shot here.
A little Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We'd love to see it. All right, the fight is centering toward, we're going towards the center of the map. So you can see Bullen is trying to toss out some buffs from his teammates. Let's hope that did reach over. Yeah,
it looks like both teams are just looking for a little bit of a reset here as they regroup with their team. The 1 minute mark just happened, so everyone's HP has been equalized to about the 50%. Oh, Ryobi dropping really low right now is going to have to be careful. Force a V immediately.
Yep, but no sniffs were found. Unfortunately for him, he will survive. But again, that is, like you said, a V's down. Can they find him? Can they get that catch? Looks like the Sork is trying to go in with Grim, Swirling, Soul Reaper. Actually does manage to find Gorillaz, but not quite enough damage to take him out. You know, Sork versus Striker, just how it goes.
That's the law of the jungle, I guess.
That is just how it goes. But you can see some targets are on the ground. There's a lot of chaos going right here. Genghis trying to jump through the bongos. No one getting CC'd quite yet, but again, like I said, things are going down to timer. It's 13 seconds left. Will someone go down, or will it come down to HP?
Oh, is she shy bubble? No damage happening there.
Oh, no.
Right, and it does look like so far the health totals are on Gorilla's side. They are 50%, and it is going to go to Gorillaz for the first round.
And Zach, you were not kidding when you said the tanky boys are out to play today. Yep. It seems like every match is coming down to the wire, and we're just seeing whoever has the more, I mean, I don't even think it's a little bit more health at the end. These guys are capped off at 50%.
Yeah, they were capped
health.
off at 50%.
So I don't know how we're going to be, you know, how are we going to break into this fight and really open up Gorillaz here if you're coming out from the side of, if you're coming out from the other side of the bracket here, how are you going to break this formation and just really get some damage coming through?
I mean, the Sork definitely can do some damage, but Genghis is also way tankier than I expected him to be. I know him for a few years, and he has multiple builds. Like, he plays everything. So, but him being as tanky as he is, yeah, it's hard to say. They were definitely chasing the Sork a bit, like trying to get some grabs with the Hush, but. Like Etsu said, it's chaos.
Yeah,
it's
you have
chaos,
two bongos
man.
going off in the center of the map, and you're like, what can you do? And then everyone's just trying to survive. They did manage to get that V out of, I don't know if it was Genghis.
I think they were able to force Gorillaz to V what he got caught by the Sork.
And Ryobi too, I think. Ryobi
too.
I might be wrong with that.
There was some very tense moments in there where we could have seen something happen, but at the end of the day, it was just taken by health. You just have all the shies just topping everyone off in there. So hopefully we can see some adaptations coming out from the side of we need a fourth. And
what would they adapt?
Well, I mean, that's
exactly.
my question to you guys. You guys are the experts
here.
Wait,
that was my question. Let's ask Zach.
It's really hard to say. Like, there's nothing. I didn't have the feeling that there was like a huge game plan going on. It was just trying to get some catches and some damage. But maybe they will adapt to each other in the second or the third match. But so far, I don't necessarily think that they did something wrong. It was just like they had 2% less HP than the other team. That's right. It's nothing you do wrong. It just happens, man.
Yeah.
Let's get right into the next match.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully, we need a fourth can turn things around and find the answer they did need in this next round here.
Maybe the play is actually going for the shy.
No.
Is it?
Is it?
Maybe.
Every time I see a Shy, I just have this like mental image of this like baby wearing like full set of armor, maybe another set of armor on top, you know, making sure we're extra safe. So maybe it could be a strat, but it's definitely going to be a little painful if it doesn't work out for you.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, see
the Genghis is going to use his E-buff.
Yeah.
Immediately going right towards Troublemaker to try and keep him out of the fight. And yep, there's those bongos. Things are just going to play a little bit slow. The grab was missed by Gorillaz right there. Didn't quite connect. Sork is moving through the outskirts. He tried to go for an eruption. Didn't quite find that catch. Onishai is going to go towards Gorillaz. I'm trying to back up his teammates. He did get CC'd there, but again, that is a Shy, so you're not gonna dump all your damage on him. Now, like right here, you can see the bongos are coming out, blades are coming out. Will it connect? No V's going down quite yet. Everyone's just kind of hitting each other.
It's just a slugfest out here, but no damage is being done.
Right, you can see Genghis
there's no game plan at the moment. They're just trying to catch and do damage.
Just something will happen eventually.
We're just doing a little song and dance, right? Yeah, we're just doing the song and dance until the 1 minute mark, and then once people get low enough, we'll just see if we can edge out the win here.
Yeah, and then we shy bubble so no one takes damage, and then we.
Gorillaz does get put on the ground. He is going down to 50% HP. He's probably not going to have to V just yet. He's going to heal back up just fine, though. That 50% HP is probably going to be when more situations can happen where they can try and find that catch. But unfortunately, Troublemaker does manage to go on the ground. He's forced to V at 17% HP. Hopefully, he doesn't get snipped out of V. He is in the patio in the center. No one quite finds him, and now he's just playing a little safe. He does decide to E-buff. With things coming down the last second, of course. Oh, Gorillaz and Genghis are both on the ground. There. But not enough damage to force out a V, unfortunately, and all three members still have it.
Yeah, and as we're closing in on this 1 minute mark here, I think it might be kind of tough for Gorillaz to actually secure the damage that they need here, because as you can see, they both have popped the class buff on Gorilla and Genghis. So we'll see maybe, but Troublemaker's dropping really low, so we have to remember that he does not have the V to go to if he has sticky situation. Gorilla's on his back
he does put Gorillaz on the ground, but he's not quite there to do enough damage. He actually risks going for that damage trade, and it does pay off a little bit. He doesn't get caught. Yeah, and you can see that Hash is playing the outskirts. Does manage to CC Bullen, does KD him. I do think that's
goes for the Shy.
Yeah, maybe I could just like at least keep him from buffing.
He's watching the stream right now.
Yeah, exactly right. He goes for the Shy.
Yeah.
I told you, maybe the play is going for the Shy sometimes.
But it is coming down to the wire here, and both V's on Ryobi and
unfortunately, Troublemaker's going to go down on the ground at the last second, but he's not dead quite yet. But if things go to HP timer, they're not going to win by HP if things plan out this way.
Yeah, really feeling the pressure right now. Jumping in to see if he can make any difference in here.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't quite find it. Unfortunately, that is going to be the win for Gorillaz for round 2.
And although it did come down to a health total win here, again, you could kind of see the panic that came out of the side of we need a fourth once the V came out from Troublemaker, and then Ryobi right after. They were really put on them on the back foot. They really had the pressure on them, the onus for them to just make something happen in that fight. And in the end of the day, that kind of cost them, because just overstepping their bounds a little bit and taking too much chip damage from the side of Gorillaz. I feel like this might be the same thing playing out in this next fight over here, but we're going to have to see if any adaptations are being made on the side of we need a fourth to really change things up here.
Right.
Yeah. And
yeah, I don't feel like there's much to say, really. There's 2 Shies, 2 gauntlets. What do you do?
It's tough. I think we have the next match ready for us here, so let's hop in. Zach, go ahead and speak. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's no worries. It's relying on the Sorg again, man. Like last time. It's always the Sorgs. Like if Troublemaker dies, it's over. If he makes a play, they can turn this around, I guess.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of pressure for them right now. As we see them coming out of the gate, they will be stopping by their resident Shy for some nifty buffs before they hop into the battle.
Right, everyone has their E-buff. Streamy does come out. Doesn't quite connect. Roby using that roar in the center. Doesn't find that stun. Bongos, I'm pretty sure, are going to come out here in a bit with all the chaos going on. Roby trying to find that grab. Doesn't quite connect. Ooh, he does get stunned by bongos. No one's going to be there to CC him. It's pretty tough. There's that war. Doesn't quite connect. Sork's going to throw out Carson's Nightmare just to use a little bit of chip damage. But again, with how tanky everyone is, What do you do? Honestly,
Like they're not even dropping below 90%.
oh, Genghis does find a grab, or sorry, Roby does find a grab on the Genghis, but again, everyone's tanky, so is it going to be enough? Honestly, I feel like if I was both of these teams, I would just handshake until the last minute and be like, okay, let's fight now, and we'll let it decide on HP or draw.
Yeah, maybe we can have some sort of gentleman's agreement here, you know, have the Shies just duke it out in the middle, maybe have a little dance battle to see who's going to take the win, because this is just, it's kind of just
tough.
a wet noodle fight here, no one doing any sort of significant damage in the mid-round.
Well, it is going on the ground, but again, yeah, everyone's really tanky, so there's not enough damage follow-up to take him out of the fight. 1 minute and 38 seconds.
You gotta watch Troublemaker though, he's dropping really low, might have to be forcing his V soon.
Yeah, if I was Troublemaker, honestly, I would just play a Nightmare. He does manage to find a grab in KD on Gorillaz. There's going to be a little bit of damage toss onto him.
Actually, I think that Troublemaker is also not on a damage build. He is quite tanky, like he's not getting burst down instantly. So you could see this when he was trying to kill Gorilla there, like he has no damage. Like Troublemaker has. Like Psycho had more damage than Troublemaker has, so Trouble is also on a more tanky-ish build.
And Zach, do you think that might be the play, or is that maybe the thing that is?
I think I would go damage still.
Yeah, I don't know. Being a tanky
unfortunately,
look at that. He got bursted.
Troublemaker did get bursted out of the fight. The 50% HP has occurred 10 seconds ago, so things are going to be really hectic here. But unfortunately, a 3v2 with Shies, yeah, that's tough. And being at a 2v3 where your second teammate is the Shy is also going to be problematic for you to try and win the fight.
Yeah, and just as we were talking about the maybe tankiness adaptation coming out from the Sork on Troublemaker, he does get evaporated immediately. So I do agree. I think if you're rocking that Sork, you're probably just going to want to go for a full damage build against even these Gauntlet classes. Even if it is tankier, I don't think the tanky build coming out from the Sork is going to be the answer here.
And before he is actually full damage, and it's just Striker, Striker things plus Shy buffs.
Yeah.
Which could actually be the case.
Yeah, and see, as
we're coming of a Shy honorable 1v1 off to the side there on the other side of the arena.
Why don't we get that?
Yeah, we should see more of Shy 1v1s.
Yeah, and it's going to be Gorillaz locking away that 3-0 finish here,
Tough fight, honestly. That is, as a Sork, that is my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Double gauntlets or a Shy and a gauntlet. It's definitely a really tough fight. Troublemaker did have some pretty good catches there, but into that team composition, you don't really...
There's just not many options for you to, make something happen here, especially if they're playing around their Shy, just staying topped off. It's just going to be too difficult. I feel like we should be seeing a little bit more action coming out from these guys, but when they're all topped off at max HP, it's kind of hard to see where anything can be done. Do you guys have any closing thoughts about the match we just saw here?
It's just a really tough fight. Those are my closing thoughts.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think if you go Sork, if you have a Sork, you should go damage. If you go Sork and you
Full
go tank, you don't get anything from it.
Yeah.
For example, the Hush also, the Hush is also red, but the Hush still provides slows, massive AoEs, also has better SA sustain when he's really tanky. But if you want to have a Sork, go for damage and then try to get those plays. It's riskier. We saw 2 matches now where the tank team won, the full tank team. It is riskier having a full damage Sork, but it's also, it's more fun. But this is...
it is more fun. It's risk reward, right? You're risking dying.
Yeah, exactly.
But you might be rewarded with being able to get that damage off when it's needed most.
Yeah. And let's go ahead and bring up the brackets here to see how we've updated the left side of things. So joining C in the semifinals is going to be Gorillaz coming out from that match just now, locking away that 3-0. Very, very tanky team comp as we discussed, and maybe there might be some signs of life coming out. Well, there's going to be definitely signs of life as they go against the tanky team of C as well. I'm expecting these fights to go very, very long into the...
These are going to timer, 100%.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and move to the right side of the bracket. We have Sigma going up against Incredible. Maybe we can throw up their team comps coming up here.
What are we working with? Okay, no Shies in the mix. Yeah. We have a Lawn Tamer and Dosa. We have Megu, Valk, and Striker. Or Mystic? Yeah. Striker.
Yeah. And
I always get those two symbols confused for some reason.
Yeah, I think this is going to be quite a fun match here. Of course, we don't have the Shy just topping everyone off in this match that we have coming up here. We do have the Dosa coming out of Shay. Do you know if this is going to be Awakening Dosa or is it going to be rocking the Succession Dosa on?
I think it's Awakening.
Okay.
It's Awakening. Sigma in general did really well the last few matches, and incredible. We haven't seen them yet. They got a pass due to the enemy team not showing up. So it will be interesting to see if a red team like Sigma can actually find a team with like a Valk and the Striker.
That is a ratty team. There is no front line there.
That's 100% red. And the caster. I mean, the Dosa is kind of a red caster, right?
Absolutely.
You have a lot of movement, but you're still a wizard, basically. So yeah, we have to see.
But Tamer grab is scary. Very scary.
Yeah.
Very, very quick, and it's just once it happens, you're on the ground and you're probably going to be hopped on by the lawn, and it's going to collapse on you as well as the Dosa.
If you think about it, they actually do have 4 players because we have the Tamer pet.
Yeah, like 3.5.
3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
3.5.
But as you can see coming up on the side of Incredibles, that Valkyrie is just going to be a menace on the battlefield. You know, in our experiences, me and Etsu, whenever you see that Valk, it is just
bye.
Yeah, it is one of those things where my first play here is going to be turning coat and running, but in this 3v3 arena, you aren't able to do that. That's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with sooner or later.
Gate. I won't leave the gate. I can't get hurt.
What about your team?
They can stay in the gate too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we'll just fight from the gate. That's it.
You think they're going to go with that strat this round?
That would be, I'd love to see that strat, actually. I don't think I've ever seen a team just
stay in there and say,
gate.
You come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let's fight protected, only damage.
Yeah,
protected.
Okay. And
maybe that would have been the play for the Shy matches. One team just stays in the gate.
But then sooner or later, we're just going to have these 2 balls of Shy just crash into each other, and it's just going to be inside the house. It's a little messy, isn't it?
That still happened.
Yeah, that's true. Zach, what do you think is going to happen in this matchup that we have coming up here between Incredibles and Sigma?
To be honest, no idea really. I have to see the first match to see how good Sigma can actually play around the Gauntlet and the Valk. I mean, they do have a Megu, so that's kind of
you know
random.
If that's an Awakening?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it has to be. If it's Succession, then it will be really hard for them, because then the red team can easily 3 reds just track down the Megu. But on the other side, you also have a Striker that
and a Valk.
It really comes down, with Red Class, comes down of how good is the Tamer. If the Tamer is a God tier Tamer, then
they have this win for sure.
Yeah, let's see. I'm kind of curious to see how the Incredibles is going to play up against the Sigma team comp. I'm going to go ahead and throw my vote on to Sigmas because I do respect that they have a little bit more of an interesting comp that they're flexing here.
Absolutely.
They didn't get here, on a whim, so they definitely know how to play this comp. So let's see if they can show us what they got.
Ooh, we can definitely see that Shay, definitely gamer. You know why? No outfit. He's just rocking the boss armor. Wait, I think their whole team is. Oh, the Sigma name
that's
is
just
there was a.
All right, there's going to be a little fighting right here. Yep, that is an Awakening Dosa. He's going to toss out some damage, move around. Only problem is if you start moving around a little bit too much on Awakening Dosa, you'll start running out of stamina and have a hard time moving around. Looks like Casp does go on the ground, aka Valk OP. Of course, he is going to be on the Valk, so he's really tinky, but he's actually bursted down to 41%. If they can get another catch on him and just chip him down, that might be another win condition for them. Unfortunately, one person does go on the ground, didn't quite catch it. I think that was the Striker on Incredible side, but he does manage to stand back up. A lot of action going on right here. You can see that Valk is jumping into the mix. I believe that is a Succession Valkyrie. We see a little bit of shield toss going in. Oh, nope, that's an Awakening Valkyrie.
No, it's Awakening Valkyrie.
Yeah, but I think once they've identified that the
Awakening. Oh, there's 2 people KD'd on the ground. That's the Valk OP and also the Striker at the same time. That was crazy. That Lon, I think, managed to get a ranged grab on one of those targets right there, and his teammates were able to follow up on the other one.
Sigma's doing really good job.
Yeah, really good job just finding opportunities there on Incredible. Incredible does have a strong front line, but when you have a bunch of rats constantly flanking around you from all sides, it starts getting a little bit overwhelming to decide who can we go for in these moments. You can see right there that the Dosa does get chipped down to 24% HP. His V is on cooldown, so if he goes down here, that's definitely it for them.
Yeah, but if we're also counting Vs, if you take a look on the side of Incredibles, that early skirmish in the round has taken their 2
So while
Vs.
you said that, Shay did get taken out of the fight.
He did just jump in
Dosa's
and
out.
lose his life. So
Dosa's
things are a little
out,
bit.
but let's not count things out just yet. Tamer is really strong. We do have that fast grab. Let's see if they can find an opportunity for a catch, but all Vs are going to be down on Sigma's side. Roaring comes out from Striker, doesn't quite connect. Tamer is just trying to find anything here in the chaos, and things are just going non-stop, just full gas, no brakes.
Yeah, and as we have crossed the 1 minute mark, health bars are getting quite low here. Let's see if they're able to pull it back here by capitalizing on one of the team members of Incredible. Maybe the Tamer is able to do something, just holding the mid ground right now.
Right, doesn't quite find that grab connecting. You can see the Awakening Megu going into chaos. One of the team members have gone on the ground. Two of them actually.
Oh, Centrio.
Great CC.
Oh, they actually did manage to
huge
take
play.
someone out. Now it's
Nice. He's double
Wow,
CC
now-
there.
wait, they killed
Double
both.
kill.
now it's a
Yeah, double
2v1.
kill. Right.
You know, when there's no
And
shine in the
there's
mix,
Valkyrie going down.
those 2v3s are 100% possible. We love to see it. That happens so fast. Definitely want to see a replay of that later once we're done with the other matches. That was a really good one. And yeah, you can see they're just playing it safe. Oh, looks like Valko P does go. Nope, he doesn't go on the ground. He's just surviving. There's not really much you have to do on Sigma's side. Once you know you're in a 2v3, you can just play it safe and play the HP, and right there you can see Sigma takes the first win.
Yeah.
And honestly, that Awakening, I feel like the Awakening Lawn is putting in good work. I'm noticing he's getting like those good range grabs, like when chaos is going on.
He just knows the opening and just
He
gets
just
right in
knows
there.
the opening, and right there when he landed it, we were just yapping, and then two people, it went from 2v3 to 2v1. Like, what happened in that moment? It all happened so fast. But we love to see fights like that. I love seeing an opportunity for teams to come back, and without a shine to mix, anything's possible.
We definitely are going to watch that back later in the replay.
Absolutely.
We had a huge play coming out from the Tamer being able to take out two people. Of course, his teammate was helping him out for sure, but I'm pretty sure that CC that he landed was just very pivotal in that round. Let's go ahead and hop into this round here.
All right, let's see if Sigma can keep up the momentum. You know, once you start like winning, two things can happen. One, you could be so confident that you can't lose. And then two, the enemy team that's losing could just be like, well, we have nothing to lose. And then they play confident because they're going to lose anyways, and they actually
just
end up
become
coming
unleashed.
back. Yeah. We've all been on the sudden death experience where you just come back from the impossible. Looks like Lynx is trying to find some sort of catch.
Again.
Yep. Oh, Valko P actually getting bursted down to 16% HP into V. This will leave Sigma with an opportunity to try and find some sort of catch. Oh, he was off to the side, but Shay didn't quite see it, but everything's okay. Shay actually does manage to get grabbed, but someone does peel him out. Looks like no Vs were burned quite yet. Valko P just in the center. Can they manage to find a grab? Shay going on the ground once again. Is he going to manage to survive? He gets knocked down and down smash right away, so you can stand up a little bit sooner.
Yeah, totally fine there, actually. Just holds his V.
Yeah, and what I love about Awakening Dosa is actually it kind of plays similarly as Awakening DK, where you're constantly throwing in that damage from range and CCs, and the moment you land something, then you can like full go in with your team.
I think there's one major difference though. Awakening Dosa has this synergy when he uses different elements. There's huge damage even if you build a bit tankier, and this is also what we saw earlier when the Valk went down on the ground. You saw like him stucking in this fire circle, taking a lot of damage, man.
Absolutely.
They play it really well.
You can see there's so much going on right here. Again, Valko P doesn't have his grab. Neither does the Tamer, though.
Yeah, the Tamer was forced to be there, as well as the Lawn, just taking massive damage from the side of Incredibles.
Hopefully no Vs are sniffed right here and they can come out and just try and reset the fight. We've seen Sigma take the win last round, so can they play safe and try to find something? Lon is dancing on the outskirts, not quite throwing out a grab just yet, trying to look for that opportunity. He opts in to push out the Awakening Megu, but the Awakening Megu ends up going towards his team, allowing them the 3v2 for a few seconds. Valko P regenerated to high HP. No one quite able to try and pressure him out of the fight. All three Vs are down on Sigma, but the Lon does manage to find a grab onto Valko P. He manages to get another CC onto onto the striker. That Lon is doing a phenomenal job. Valkyrie does try to go for the well, not sniff his own teammates, but I guess try and survive because his V's down. And yeah, right there, it was looking like Sigma was on the back foot until that last possible second, right when HP bars dropped to 50%. Somehow he gets a range grab, and somehow he gets a KD on someone else in the middle of that. I don't know how it's happening, but he's playing very well with his teammates.
Yeah, and as we have the clock winding down,
But Shay's been taken out of the fight.
Ooh,
However,
Medusa
don't
went
count them
down.
out just yet. We literally saw them do a 2v3 last round, and V's are down on Incredible
Yeah,
side.
never
So if they
count
can
them
find
out.
just one person to focus in the last moment, they still have a chance to win. They still have that long range grab, so if they can just wait on that or Tamer finding a target, they still have a chance to bring it back. But with 13 seconds left on the clock, I think Incredibles has learned, you know what, we're not taking a risk. We're just gonna play for time. We're gonna play for HP. Very frustrating to deal with. However, it is the correct play.
Yep.
That is the correct play to do. And now we are in a 1-1 situation.
Yeah, very incredible. I was about to say.
Very incredible.
Very incredible.
But good stuff. You know, knowing the win condition is just to play safe here. Once they have taken down the who's it that they got first?
They got Shay, the
Dosa.
Awakening Dosa,
Yeah,
and
yes.
that's the thing. Awakening Dosa, like you said, Zach, very mobile, can heal himself, and he can play like Ratty. However, it's actually very hard for the Awakening Dosa to regenerate stamina
It's a double-edged
unless he's
sword.
sitting in his super armor, and that leaves that enemy team an opportunity just to pressure him. And we saw as that fight, he got taken out on the first round the same way. As the fights progress even longer, he doesn't have any stam, and that's just so much more pressure on him.
Yeah, and as we jump into this next round, let's see who's gonna pull ahead in this matchup here. We're even in this scoreline right now, 1-1, but it looks like there's been kind of like a realization for both teams to see what their main goal is in these fights here.
Right. If I was Sigma, I definitely would still play fast and actually try and take someone out as soon as possible, because the longer the fight goes on, you're at a disadvantage. Looks like a lot of stuff is going on right here. A lot of chaos, a lot of damage trading. Valko P actually getting bursted down to 38% HP, 16%,
Wow,
but
super
not
low.
using his
Valko
V
going
just
down.
quite yet. He does use his heal. He gets back up to 64%. Looks like the Striker does go down to 33. Lon does find that range grab, and again, somehow he finds that grab, and two people go down on the ground. Valko P is going to be taken out of the fight without using V. That's so unfortunate. The Awakening Megu also forced to V. And yeah, like I said, that Lon doing God's work, doing amazing, finding those grabs, and somehow two people go on the ground from one grab. I didn't know that long grab did that.
I think she did layer on another skill that
The
did
spin,
not.
I
Yeah.
think.
So wow,
Failed
just
spin
seeing a
or the
lot
range
of.
kitty.
Wow. Okay.
They also
Yeah.
have
this
a
one.
mid-range kitty that they use often.
Yeah, just as a
There it
follow up,
is.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that was a
right
quick
there,
round
that
right
was
there.
really quick.
Explosive action
But
coming
like
out.
I said, that's exactly how they want to play it. Because the longer that fight goes on, it's worse off for the Wusa. So they should go full gas, no brakes, and try and find that target. It feels like that Valk is having a difficult time trying to survive and all of that, with so much pressure from the Tamer grab, so much pressure from the range grab on Lon. Which, to be honest, if you're like a stationary target like Valk just sitting there in shield, if I'm Lon, I'm like, well,
yeah,
I can grab you.
Well,
I think the Lon is, the Valk is not expecting this much damage to come out from the side of Sigma, but we've seen in
Absolutely.
all 3 rounds so far, right when the gates open, the Lon is popping her class buff and immediately diving in there. So I think in order to be a little bit more successful in this round coming up here, Incredibles is just going to have to respect that damage coming out from the side of Sigmas.
Right, and it is difficult because, as you notice, usually like for dealing with an Awakening Megu, especially actually as another skirmisher, is really tough. But when you have 3 skirmishers that
Who
are
do you go for?
pressuring your front line and not allowing you to exist, you can tell like that's why the Awakening Megu on Incredible side isn't actually able to play the way he wants to.
Yeah.
Right, you can see Valko P taking that wraparound on the sides, trying to find something. Someone is stunned in the middle.
Oh.
He doesn't quite find it, but Shay's going to be bursted down to 68% HP, but he's going to be just fine. Going to move towards the outskirts. He's right there on the ground, however. Forced to V early. Wise decision. You don't want to wait too late. You don't want to take that risk, but now
2 Vs coming out of Sigma already.
Right, and they're actually going to sniff Shay out of his V, unfortunately. Can they bring back the 2v3 this late in the match? Again, the range grab, Lon, double KD. I don't think that's not happened one single time.
When will they learn?
When will they learn? Unfortunately, that Valk does get CC'd, but is CC'd capped instantly. Not enough damage follow-up, and yeah, there's 2 minutes still left on this match, and as long as they play safe and slow, I believe Incredibles can take this match for free.
Well, they have to wait until 50% H mark.
Oh, but it looks like the Awakening Mega goes to V.
Yeah, it looks like they forced Lynx Jay there just to pop her V as well.
And Tamer does find the grab onto Valko P, does manage to KD, and somehow he's dodging. He's dodging that guy who's trying to peel his teammate. Can't grab the Tamer off of him, keeps him out of the fight. Let's see if they can try to put some pressure onto that Awakening Megu, who's now just sprinkling damage from the outskirts. You can see that the Tamer is looking at him, trying to push him away, but not going so far that he doesn't back up his teammate. Unfortunately, all Vs are going to be down on Sigma's side. Tamer is going to go down on the ground, isn't quite yet taken out of the fight. Maybe they can find another opportunity just to wait for a range grab onto somebody. Looks like the Awakening Megu might be their best target, but again, Awakening Megu can be really slippery, and now he has the breathing room just to move around with his teammates trying to peel him.
Yeah, and as we come up on the 50% HP mark here after the minute, I'm trying to see if there's maybe a way that we've seen this Lon do it many times.
We've seen him do it every single time. Oh, I do think I heard that grab, though, and it did not connect with anyone. Awakening Megu playing it safe, not trying to do anything too risky because he knows once he's down, that's going to be not good for his team. But unfortunately, there is the range grab, like you said, on Sasori. Isn't going to be enough. All three Vs are down on Incredibles. But unfortunately, Tamer
huge damage
was put on the ground from the Awakening Megu. Can he take him out? Not quite. The Awakening Megu doesn't greet it. He doesn't go too close, so he doesn't get grabbed. Really wise decision, and things are not looking too good for our heroes. Can they find one grab? Unfortunately not. They are going to be taken out of the fight, and now it's a 2-2, and it's going to round 5.
Yeah, very action-packed there.
Very action-packed.
Yeah, Zach, do you want to break down what happened in that round 4 just now?
Yeah, like when the Dosa, I mean the Dosa got sniffed out, it happens. But I think the Lan and the Tamer, they played so well inside those three people, just dodging everything, trying to find like an opening, and like you said, the Lan is doing God's work. But also the Tamer,
grab in 2 CCs every time.
It's crazy, right? But I think they're playing aggressive and they know what they're doing. Obviously, on those tournaments, we are talking about split-second decisions, failures. So that's nothing. Sometimes it just happens, but I see definitely them coming back now.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here in this final round. Here we have everything evened up in the matchup. Here we got 2-2 on both sides. Let's see who's able to edge out the win here between these two teams. I feel like, of course, the last 2 rounds, or the last 2 matches we've had has been a little bit slow, but this one is definitely delivering on the action here.
Absolutely. It does seem like there's 2 win conditions right now. Can you take out the Awakening Megu or Valk early, or can you take out the Dosa early? And it seems like the Dosa is the high priority target. Looks like somehow he does manage to go on the ground right here in the center of the chaos. Is he going to be taken out? He's actually forced to be very early on, 10 seconds into the match. Not something you want in the final rounds. A little bit too risky. Is he going to get sniffed? We're not quite sure. Luckily, he looks like he is fine in the fight. No, he's actually taken out.
They found him
so fast. And again, that was... Yeah, you had to play that one safe. That was tough. But we can't count things out. We have seen the 2v3. Let's see how they play this out. Can they find that catch onto the Awakening Megu, or will this be the end for Sigma?
So much pressure on the Lon and the Tamer here to make something happen, but I think the Incredibles have realized that in this situation here, they just have to hold it together, play grouped, play safe, and they should be able to tuck this win away. It's just going to be so hard for these two people to create an opening on the team comp coming out from the right side. It's just once they realize that, you know, they've already got the lead, it's just a matter of time before they just wait it out and secure it.
You can see right here, the Lon is trying to find something. He doesn't quite find a connection with his CCs. Tries to spin in, doesn't connect. And yeah, these two are just playing in so much chaos, impressively. Does he find the grab? Not quite. Yeah, he's actually put on the ground. There's going to be the V. There's no Vs put down on Incredible's side, but all emergency escapes are down on Sigma's side. Lon isn't sniffed. Let's see if he can try and find something with his teammate. He does manage to spin through and put one of them on the ground. I believe that's Valko P, who's going to be sniffed. The striker also being put on the ground while they try to trade, but let's not risk it. I do think they should have maybe tried to find the sniff, but luckily they're also playing together. All right, that Lon is going to chase down the Valkyrie. They see that, okay, yeah, we just got to go for him. But be careful now. You can see that the Awakening Megu and Striker were chasing after him. He does manage to counter back onto the Awakening Megu, find the grab. There's a full DPS combo. Not a kill. That is a V, but that's 2 Vs down now on Incredible side. As long as they play safe and they don't take any risks, they have a chance to win things, but that is going to be a slow descent from the Lon. Yeah, he wasn't able to come down from flight soon enough and try and find that catch. The Tamer is going to try and find something. Again, there's 2 Vs down on Incredible side. There's nothing to lose for Sigma. They have nothing, so they can just go for a Hail Mary play and try and find anyone here, but they can't be too risky. There is the Tamer, not sitting in SA too long, moving out of the way before that grab connects from the striker. Let's see if we can find the Lon's grab here. A lot of damage being sprinkled out from the outskirts from Lynx. Nothing quite connecting, but unfortunately Tamer is going to be bursted down. He does manage to stand back up. He is at 8%. He can still go in and try and find a grab. The Lon is so low. Are we going to be able to try and find something? Oh, and it looks like the Tamer is taken out of the fight, unfortunately, and that win is going to go to Incredible.
Wow, super close match coming out here, but of course, as we've seen, once the Dosa has been picked off, it's just there's so much pressure on the last two teammates
and they
to make
did figure out that, we have to focus down the Dosa. I do think the Dosa maybe could have played a little bit safer. However, when everyone decides, okay, everyone on this one target, that's really tough to deal with if you don't have a front line.
I think both times when they had this very quick pick-off on the Wick and Dosa, it was just a sniff on the V, too. They just immediately figured out where he'd be after the V, and then when he comes out, they just dogpile him and kill him immediately.
Yeah, definitely a tough situation to deal with.
Yeah, and although we did...
love to see...
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Still love to see, I absolutely loved Sigma here. Even though they were on the low side and they could say, okay, we played safe now, let's wait for 50% HP. No, they went in full time, full gas, like Etsu said, and they managed to get so many CCs while not being CC'd at the same time.
Very impressive.
Actually crazy.
Even though they lost this one,
they played very well.
Absolutely, winner of hearts here, man.
Yeah, and I guess we do have a few replays that we can call back on. I mean, what do you guys want to see? It's just a long show, right?
Round one again.
Round one, I think around the 30-second mark, right?
One.
Very big play coming out from the Lon here on the first replay we have. Actually, the first play we're looking at here from round one is going to be the Tamer with that double CC.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so if we can pull that up really quickly and walk through it really quickly. Just, walking back in memory lane, seeing some of the heroics come out from the side of Sigma as they ride off into the sunset here.
Down memory lane, I was there, you were there, good times.
You were there, I was there, and we looked around, and suddenly our Dosa was dead. Yeah, so as we see the round coming out here, just a lot of mid-round fighting. Not too much action happening here, but as we see from the Tamer's POV, you're going to see around the 45-second mark or 30-second mark, they are just going to be... I wonder what skill it was that they caught the Incredibles off with, but that was just a huge play coming out from the Tamer.
I guess we will see it in a bit, but...
Yeah, so doing some really good damage to the Incredibles, even though, it's just trading super armors or just chipping their HPs.
And this is a 2v3 right now.
Yep.
Again,
this is the 2v3, the first one we had, where they got the 2 CCs. And it should happen any second, because it was that corner there. Remember?
Yeah, right
there it is.
Here.
There it is. There was the LAN.
Huge.
Yeah, that was from the LAN. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And Tamer's just right there to capitalize, just sending damage onto the 2 knockdown targets there and be able to get a kill.
I would love to know what the comms were at that moment. Were they shouting? Were they screaming? they're down on me. They're,
No, they were definitely hyped in that moment.
I don't care what you're doing. Get here. Yeah, right there. You can see the LAN does manage to find a grab and a double KD.
Wow.
That happened 4 times in a row.
It was the grab into the mid-range KD.
Yeah.
And it happens to CC both. It was a bit unfortunate for the Incredibles, but it was really... Also that the Tamer capitalized instantly on that. Look at this. The Tamer
just knew.
Instantly on that. That's crazy. That's really nice reaction timing. Really well played from Sigma, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But even in round one, you could see that there was still focus on Shay. He got taken out early. And Awakening Dosa is really good, but all that pressure from those classes. And when he's casting from range, he's in frontal. You have that Awakening Megu with that block jump. He can just dash right up to you and put so much pressure.
Yeah. So, I mean, we saw what is possible from these skirmishers. Just a lot of aggression coming out from the side. A lot of
aggression, but it requires a lot of pinpoint accuracy on playing together.
I mean, you saw there with the execution, they are no strangers to just, having that very, very clean play. We do have another play coming out from the round 3, I believe. It was going to be a huge, of course, just the Lon being huge on his team, putting all his members on his back there. Of course, the Tamer is right there with him, supporting him.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, so about, I think around the 2-minute 30-second mark. Yeah, we have this Lon coming through with a huge double CC as well. It might just be off a grab, but just being able to do so much damage, they're wreaking so much havoc on the enemy side.
And this is I think this was the fastest round of all the tournaments,
Yeah, you see
all the
that
matches
grab.
we've casted.
Immediately the
It
Valk
was
jumps
also
in there.
that was the most exciting, man. Like it's just way more fun to watch when you have like people actually fighting and not
waiting for the
taking
HP.
infinite damage. Yeah, exactly.
Not bongo trading.
Just waiting for the next
Yeah,
shipment
no,
of
no.
HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really
Exactly.
impressive coming out from Sigma here. But yeah, we love seeing plays like this. Just these two players, just so much mastery of their classes here.
Yeah, and now Lynx is down. I do think that Valk should have.
Yeah.
It's tough because again, the Awakening Megu on the Dosa. You're pretty much saying, "Hey Dosa, can you live for a minute and a half while we go for the Valk?" But I do think that is like the correct play. Like they probably should play it that way.
Yeah.
Just fully live, kind of similar to Sork. Just live, nothing else. Don't do anything.
Yeah.
Wait until there's an opportunity because we see time and time again, repeatedly, that those two, the Tamer and Lon, are able to find those catches.
Yeah. And
Over and over again.
I don't think the Valk
You
was
can
expecting that.
You can also see the damage, the Dosa damage. As soon as they like in the center, they're getting like bursted down instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, man. Like Dosa is a stamina. It's a stamina thing. Like he's strongest when he can free cast, but if you don't let him free cast, he will run out of stam really
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah. And yeah, as we're coming to the end of this replay here, it's just I want to commend Incredible again. Their team was
They
just
played
able
incredibly.
to. Yeah, they were able to realize very quickly what the weak link here. I wouldn't even say the weak link here because
The high priority target.
the high priority
the win
target coming out from
condition.
the side of Sigma here and just really forcing him every single time,
Yeah.
forcing him to V, finding him immediately after he comes out
Those
of it.
V-sniffs were pretty crazy, but they have
Yeah.
classes that are able to
Yeah.
do it. Like
Exactly.
that Valk dash, just zoop, 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 find him. There he is. you know?
Beelines over there and just cleans
Mhm.
him up. So let's bring up
Also,
the brackets here. Go ahead, Zach.
You have to keep in mind that Dosa is also not the. I mean, it's a new class. Probably had. I mean, the other people played that class for like years,
Yeah.
and for Dosa you had just like a few months. So he's still doing pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stamina management can be hard, man. Can be
Yeah.
really hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially if you have a gauntlet and a lance here running
Yeah.
you down the whole time.
Yeah, and an
Exactly.
Awakening Megu.
It's not the best of times, but he did put up a good fight, and you know
Mhm.
I want to congratulate Sigmas on the incredible performance that they have coming out here.
Absolutely. I love the team comp. I love how those matches played. But like
Yeah.
you said, let's go ahead and take a look at those updated brackets.
So joining C and Gorillaz in the semifinals is going to be incredible from the right side of the bracket. As we move on to the last match we have here for the quarterfinals, is going to be What is a Grab up against our crowd favorites, Fish Tank.
Now I'm curious, what is a Grab's team composition? Let's bring that
They-
up.
They have no grab. That's why. It's
I
called-
already love this team. What is a Grab in the Fish Tank? But unfortunately, they're fighting a Lon, a Shy, and a Valkyrie. And on their side, it is a Musa, Sorceress, and Dosa. One thing I do want to note is it's actually really cool seeing just how many Sork players are on console.
Yeah.
And again, as I'm casting
Yeah.
these tournaments with you guys, so many times I have to remind myself, like, you guys are making these crazy plays on a controller.
Yeah.
Like these crazy maneuvers, movement, combos at the like, you know, just. And for me, for PC, that's crazy. Like that's genuinely really crazy. Like all of you guys are really good, and these fights are really awesome to watch.
Yeah, and it seems
Uh,
like. Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
So, actually, you also have to keep in mind, like, PA did actually do a lot of good things in the past few, like, 2 years for controller, like adding mouse movement to it, like for certain moves, and made like certain skills link together with just simpler inputs, and also applied for PC, obviously, but on a controller it translates differently. And so I would say it's definitely easier than it used to be. So. Controller is not as bad as many people think, especially from PC.
Yeah,
am
especially with
am I
the
a controller
players.
player now?
I mean, you might have to try it out, but I don't know if we can, pilot it just the same as some of these players here, just playing really out of their minds with
All
the
right, I'll
controller.
see you at the next tournament, kid.
Are we running the CMGM team? I guess we'll see if we can get pretty far or not.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's going to be allowed, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah. Before we hop into the match here, do you guys have any predictions coming up here?
Ooh, I do. I don't want to vote on the Shy team because it pains my soul. I want the Shy team to lose. I'm not going to lie. However, statistically speaking, I do think they may win.
Yeah, and it seems like we have a very ragtag team coming out from what is a grab. They have all
What
these
is a
like
grab?
very ratty classes that kind of just want to come in for a little bit of hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. But let's see if they can pull it out.
Absolutely.
Zach, do you have any predictions coming up for this match here?
Will be really hard for What is Grab. Fish Tank, they have crazy geared and super experienced players, not only in PvP, but also in tournaments, especially with Valkyrie, Knudluf. You definitely don't want to have this Valkyrie in the enemy team. The LAN, I think it's flirted paper, something like that. I think that translates to like glass cannon or so. He's also really experienced, Node War Siege, so they definitely know what they're doing. I'm not saying that What is Grab is also not experienced, but with this class and class comp, I think it will be hard for them for What is Grab.
Yeah. So let's see what we have cooking in this match. Let's see if we can hop into the match if everyone is ready.
And let's get right into it. All right, looks like we are on the... That is...
For what grab side?
Is that an Awakening Sorceress?
Yes.
Yep, there we go.
Yes.
There's the side.
Scythe has come out.
There's the E-buff. Looks like we are going ham right off the bat. There's an E-buff from the Musa in the Sorceress. Can they manage to find a catch? Looks like Sork is going to try and connect Grim. Doesn't quite connect on anyone. There's those Shy Bongos. I would try to get out of there when you can. No damage will be had while the Shy is around.
And
this is a Succession doser, by the way. That's not Awakening, I think. That's Succession.
Oh, it's an... Wait, they have an Awakening lawn. So they do have a grab, but unfortunately, we missed it. Sorry, the Musa got picked off without being able to use V there. So unfortunate. Sork is trying to find some sort of damage trade on Elon. Doesn't quite find it. Oh, that's his teammate. My bad. Of course, he doesn't find the, damage onto him.
Yeah, and just right out the gate here within the first minute, it's just looking very bleak for what is a grab. Rasser is just being picked off, and his teammates are in a very rough situation here. The Awaken Dosa and the Succession Dosa does have a little bit of a different playstyle, of course, as you guys have mentioned. I've seen this class come out from previous tournament as well. It just seems like a lot of movement from
but unfortunately, the Dosa does get picked off immediately onto the ground and just deleted off of the map. Yeah, What is a Grab is definitely going to have a tough time versus Fish Tank, versus a ranged grab, versus a Valk with grab and tankiness and heals and a Shy. It is, it's going to be very tough.
And there it is. The first round is going to be coming to a close here.
Like you said, this is an extremely difficult team to fight, especially without a grab. But mad respect for them to staying true to themselves and just playing their skirmishers. But yeah, it is.
There you have it.
There you have it. That is a very difficult fight. I'm not even sure myself what the win condition is for What is a Grab. To be honest, I would I guess play.
They should probably figure out what a grab is. And they should avoid it.
and then play a different class there. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I mean, like you guys said, it was so tough to just break in there, and then like before you guys even knew it, Rasser lost his life, and it was just a really hard fight. Zach, you were about to say?
I think I would go for the LAN first, actually, here. Knudluf, I mean, any other Valk, I would say you can go for the Valkyrie, but Knudluf,
not this one.
You don't see him really unless he does a really mistake. Like, LAN has gaps, like, has frontal guard gaps, there's nothing, like, she has some stuff where you can pull in, and if the LAN is down, you have, like, the Valkyrie and the Shy being more defensive just by their nature, class nature. They can't play aggressive anymore, and then they have the opportunity with their rats to just try and find some openings. But together with the LAN, it is a good LAN. Unfortunately, it is really hard.
Unfortunately, they are fighting gamers.
Yeah, we also saw them on AP builds. They're not that tanky, so one little mistake, one time, like one V out and you're on the ground, you're dead. So
yeah. But they have their work cut out for them. Like you said, Zex, these are some of the most decorated players coming out from the EU scene, especially with the Valk. I think probably one of the most known Valkyries on the server, right? Yeah. I see you have left this in the notes here. Just a menace on that class. Just actually like a run on site command whenever you see this player on the
warning. Do not fight.
Yeah, do not fight this guy. So he's definitely showing why he holds that title. Just a very, very big presence on the battlefield.
Right.
And if we have the second match ready, let's go ahead and jump in.
All right, let's see if what is a grab can figure out some sort of win condition. Like you said, Zach, probably the best case scenario is going for that lawn, but even then, even then, it's easier said than done.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but they still have the option then to just run away, right? So they win on HP.
That is actually an option, but you can tell by their team comp and their name, they're not about that life.
Exactly.
We're gonna win with kills or nothing.
Yeah, and as we see the Valk's POV here, it's just menacingly walking up with that massive spear. Lancey, I guess, is more accurate. But yeah, I want to see how the Dose is going to be able to open up this fight.
There's the Musa trying to go for the damage trade, but unfortunately, there's that range grab from the Lon. Probably not a good idea to do that while the Lon is on the field. Lon does find another player on the ground. That's going to be the Dosa. That's 2Vs out from what is a grab side. Fish Tank doing really good. They're all full HP. They've gotten 2 catches, and now they just have to do 1 more, and that's it. All right, you can see the Dosa trying to trade into the Shy. An interesting choice there. Maybe he got stuck in the bongos. And you can see Musa's playing on the outskirts near the Valk. And as a Musa, I feel like you look at the scenario and you're like, what do I do? Honestly, if I were him, I'd probably just wait for his teammates to get a catch. You can hear that E-buff coming out from the Sorceress right there. They're just trying to find something. Dosa casting damage in towards the center with a little bit of mid-range from his shift Q. Just dancing around the outskirts of the bubble, trying not to get caught inside, but he's going to have to be careful about burning HP and resources. There's the... I think that's the shift up ability on him. I'm not sure if that has a CC, but he is going to try and trend on the outskirts. This is actually a very good decision, just playing it safe, dumping in damage. And honestly, if I were them, that's probably the only thing I would do and not even attempt to get a catch. There it is. There's the Lon flying in, finding the catch on the Moose. Unfortunately, he is going to be taken out of the fight. That leaves the Sork left next. He doesn't have a V, so if they find that catch onto him, it's going to be over. He is going to slip into Nightmare just to try and get his cooldowns back up. He may come back out. There's the range grab from the Lon. They managed to take out Rasser. That's going to leave just the Sorceress left on the battlefield in a 1v3 scenario. And versus a tank class, a Shy, and a Lon who can now just sit and SA freely. This is definitely a really tough fight.
Yeah, it's not possible. Farika trying to get some room here, but unfortunate fate for him being the last one all the time.
The last man standing.
Yeah, V's here, but honestly, it's just too much work, it looks like, for him to handle here with all these guys and just jump on.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Fish Tank played it wise. All 3 of them were like, well, it's one guy. Let's just all split in equal directions, and you're going to find that.
Divide and conquer. So, I mean, like, very, very clean stuff coming out from the side of Fish Tank.
Yeah.
You saw there.
Honestly, it's tough. Like, you look at that team comp, no grabs. It's really tough, specifically into a Shy Valk and a
because it seems like your presence in the fight is just cut very, very short. You can't hold any of your abilities. You have to evacuate the area as soon as they get even within your area code. You have to get out of there because the grab is just going to be coming. I think we all saw there from Fleur, I believe, with the flying. He just landed right on top of the Dosa.
Right on top of him and took him out.
Yeah, that was just laser focused, landed right on top of him and just deleted him immediately. Yeah.
We could also see from the Valk's POV that he was in shield and only opened himself up when he had like something SA or CC going on. So there's no way you CC him without a grab.
He's not playing
unless
any risk.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the Lan. He is, like you saw with the grabs and with the landing, he's really
He's just
precise.
waiting. The Lan actually isn't trying to go for a grab until someone else goes in, and we saw that with the Musa. Yeah. It's tough. Honestly, tough. But let's go on to the next match. And
then
see
you
what
have
happens.
a Shy, and they're at like 200% attack speed.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Now the Valk's fast. That was like its one weakness, and now it's unchained. All right, we're starting here out the gate. I'm really hoping to see if What a Grab can find something. It's just tough because if you want to play like for picks and just spread out, you might just get picked off by the Lon.
Yeah, and I think that the pressure is really on for What is a Grab here. As you can see, the Musa just popped his class buff and just hopping there to see if he can make anything happen for his team.
Right, and you can see Dosa was in the middle there, and yeah, like I said, you can't really afford to go in. Unfortunately, the Dosa's gonna die standing up. That's so unlucky, but yeah, if you're stuck in Stiffen, you cannot V during that.
I think he actually got caught by the Shy's bongos. Maybe I'm incorrect, but he was holding his head there, so it looked like he was stunned
it looked
up.
like he was caught by the Shy bongos.
I think they changed that with the V, but I think he just died too fast.
Yeah, he just didn't think that he would be melted standing up, and unfortunately, that was exactly what happened.
Right, and yeah, you could see it feels like What a Grab feels forced to go in, but I actually think going into the center of everything is Yeah, it's just too risky. You have too many
Suicide.
grabs, too much
Yeah.
damage being thrown out, range grab on top of that. It's what can you do? The Musa doesn't have his V. He's trying to find some sort of catch, but he's
And
going to
there
be put
he
on the
is.
ground, and right there he's going to be not taken out
Gets
quite
up.
yet. He does manage to get out, but there's that shy buffed Valkyrie just going Mockton at your face. What can you do?
And the pressure is
There's
immense
nothing
coming out
just-
here from Fish Tank.
Looks like they are going to try and trade that Valk, but he does use the vacuum, gets the Musa trapped, which is going to be the most vulnerable class of this. This is just, to be honest, team comp differential. It's unfortunate, but it's tough. They tried their best, and there's not much you can really do in these scenarios.
Yeah, and there you go. The final grab coming
There's
out. I
the
think that's
grab.
going to be it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I know that we basically kind of covered everything that happened in this round while it was happening, because it was very apparent what would happen once the first member of the team on What is a Grab fell. But maybe we have some more analysis coming out from you guys talking about the things that were done very well by Fish Tank to capitalize on some of the weaknesses coming out from the team on What is a Grab
I
here.
would say Fish Tank did very well with bringing a Shy and a Valk.
That's all he did. It was just that
Exactly.
easy.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Shy Valk is
yeah.
like one of the most toxic combos. Like, to be honest, out of all the combinations, that is the one I fear most.
Yeah,
That was
very,
the one
very
combo
scary.
that almost took out NA's undefeated champions.
Just
Did
this Valkyrie
Valkyrie and a
on like
Shy,
times
yes.
2 fast forwarded
Just
speed.
what do you do when a spear and shield that's supposed to be sitting in the back line beelines it to you Mach 10?
Yeah.
What
I
do you
mean, I
do?
guess this is the difference between a normal train and a bullet train. You just
Yeah,
put a
actually.
Shy on it and it suddenly becomes a
Bullet train
bullet train.
Valk.
Yeah.
kind of
So,
a bar.
Zach,
Also-
any thoughts? Yeah?
Yeah, also with the Valk, if the Valk is on 200% speed, she can actually do good damage, like not super crazy, but still really good damage, while being a support with PA, heals for everyone, plus a Shy, that also provides the same pretty much in terms
Yeah.
of heals and support. So and if you pair this with the good La that actually does the catching on the sides, and the Valk and the Shy just stay together, there's little you can do. The only thing I think you can do against it is like multiple gauntlets, but we have to see. Maybe
Yeah.
you can see this in a
We're gonna
bit.
see how this team fares out moving forward, but let's take a look at those brackets.
Yeah, let's bring him up again. So, our semi-finalists have been determined. We have C and Gorillaz coming from the left side of the bracket, and they will be meeting up with Incredible and Fish Tank. The winners will meet up in the grand finals, but we're going to have to see what happens here. We will be taking a 10-minute break right here, so everyone please go get some drinks, get refreshed, go to the restroom.
Go
And
stretch, walk around, and don't touch that browser.
yeah, I mean, we've had some pretty long matches coming up in the first half of this tournament here, with just like a wet noodle fight coming up from our tanky teams. So yeah, just we'll be back. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
See you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Hopefully everyone has their snacks and they are ready to join us for the semifinals coming up here. Yeah, I feel like we have some really, really heavy hitters coming into this semifinals with us on Europe. You know, very, very tanky team comps, of course, that we've seen.
Arena of Shy.
Yeah, Arena of Shy and Valkyrie. Yeah, but I mean, like we talked about this during the break, me and Zach, EU is all about business, right? But they are so competitive with these tournaments. Yeah, anything that you have to do to lock down the win, they're here for it. So I'm not too surprised to see these team comps come out from the European players here. So let's go ahead and hop into the bracket to see. Let's get a little refresher on the teams that we have joining us here in the semifinal. We have C going up against Gorillaz for our first set, and then we're going to go across the pond here to the right side, and we have Incredibles taking on Fish Tank. A lot of these comps that we're going to be seeing from these top 4 teams is going to be very, very similar, maybe with one class changed out for
not the Shy, though.
Not the Shy.
Not the Shy.
That's the team captain.
You can't replace the team captain.
You can't replace the team captain.
True.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and hop into this first round here. Let's just bring up these 2 teams, C and Gorillaz, to see what teams we're working with here. On the left side, we have Chivalry rocking that Awakened Mystic. Marco Jr. with the tag team class. Also Gauntlet, Awakened Striker, the yin to the yang here, and of course team captain Ecstasy on that Shy. On the right side, we have Gorillaz, Genghis playing that Awakened Hashashin. Also bringing Awakened Striker to the table here is Gorilla, and Bulin is on that Shy. So, of course, here we have a very, very close team comp, but we have...
I love the Bulin name. I don't know if that's a reference from Avatar, but clean name.
Bulin?
Bulin?
I forget, is that the guy who, like, he's an Earthbender, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool guy.
But back to the main program.
Oh, you're right.
But anyways, back to BDO. So we have quite the same team comp on both sides here, just with the Awakened Mystic being flexed out.
Shy.
Yeah, double Gauntlet coming out from the side of C, going up against the Awakened Hashashin coming out from Genghis. We already know what the 2 Gauntlets want to do here, so let's just...
Goodbye, Hash.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Let's just talk about what this Hash has to do
live,
to keep...
live, just run, nothing else.
He's just looking at his Shy. Look at me. Keep me alive.
Keep me alive, yeah.
Help me.
Help me. Yeah, he's got to live. Honestly, yeah. Unless... Nah, he's just got to live.
Yeah. I mean...
it's really hard.
If you are the... Zach, say you are Genghis on this Awakened Hashashin here, what is your main goal here? Who are you trying to open up on? What are you going to try to make happen on this fight here and see if you can target someone? Who would you be going for?
So, since I mained Awaken Hush for 2 years, I think, or 1 year, I actually have a good perspective on that. If they keep the gear like as tanky as they were before, it is really hard to nearly impossible, because the Mystic can do pretty much everything the Awakening Hush can do if the Awakening Hush is if he has no damage, right? If he is just there to CC and support. It will be the only thing that is the advantage, the range grab. That's pretty much the only thing. So I just see a damage problem here, and this will probably come down to HP timers again. And if Genghis can pull off some good grabs, they maybe can win on HP timers. But actual killing going on, if they don't change their gear, will be hard.
Yeah, right. I think, of course, with the Awakened Hash, you have these like very, very surprising CCs coming out from either just a pocketed Purge.
But having 2 Gauntlets with Shy buffs running at you. Yeah. One thing to mention, too, is if the presence is alone to keep the Hash away, being a Gauntlet versus 2 Gauntlets with grabs is actually very terrifying. Like, no one talks about what it's like to be another Gauntlet focused by 2 other Gauntlets. Like, that might actually be scarier to deal with for Gorillaz. Striker more than the Hash, who can like move around.
Yeah, so on the side of for Gorillaz team, they have 2 Gauntlets from the Striker.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
But on the other side, they have 4 Gauntlets coming out from the side of C. So it's just a little bit of a mismatch here. We did talk about
where's this 4th Gauntlet?
Four Gauntlets, dude, because they have 2 Gauntlet classes. That means you have 4 gloves, no?
I think that match is ready. Why don't we go ahead and see what really happens? That's crazy. This
But
guy
don't
said he's-
underestimate gauntlets with gauntlets being they are fast AF these days, man. Since the dash changes, they can be as fast as Musa and the Hush, no problem.
All right, and we're going to move out. Chai buffs obviously are going to come out first. Everyone's just going to prepare before they go in. Things are starting a little bit slow, of course. Everyone's moving towards the center of the map. Yeah, there's just a vacuum being thrown out. Things going slow. Bongos will come out soon. It looks like the Marco Jr. was trying to go for Ecstasy there, but didn't quite find a connection. You can see that the Hash is dumping out some damage. Chivalry didn't find that grab, is going to throw out the vacuum. Does manage to, Chivalry gets grabbed by Gorilla,
right
put on the ground, doesn't get Rick KD'd, and he's going to heal right
he's
back
just popping
up,
that PA right
to
from his face.
100%. Now, I believe that
Instant
PA is a super long cooldown, though, so that shouldn't be an issue for at least a minute on their side.
I think it's a little bit longer than
That's like
that.
I think 1 minute. 1 minute 30 or so.
1 minute
something
30?
like that.
All right,
Yeah,
so
but
they do
you're
have
right.
a window to
Something
try and
like that,
focus him down.
Yeah.
Now it looks like the Hash actually isn't taking... Oh, I was going to say
Wow,
as much
just
focus,
ran
but
up
then
in
Marco
there
and
Jr.
grabbed
said,
him.
nah.
Yeah, if you just helicopter in the middle, you just get grabbed by 2 gauntlets. So you can't do that.
All right, his burst is down to 50% HP, but they do find a catch onto Ecstasy. Actually doing okay damage towards them, I'm not going to lie. Unless that was the 80% HP decrease.
That was the
and that was
80%
quite
decrease
literally-
by 2 minutes?
Yep. Hey, 80% HP is maybe the second teammate.
Good damage
Or the
by the
fourth-
map.
Yep, good map damage. All right, Chivalry is put onto the ground. Looks like he is going to take a bunch of damage. Hash does do a good job following up. It looks like his aura was so powerful that things kind of just froze there. You could see that he used his time stop move just to get things, just to take a look at the fight
too.
and
Yeah, so maybe-
try and just, check out what things are going. We might have to...
Yeah, let's pull things back
we
out
have to
really
go back
quickly.
in time here in a bit once we're able to get his time stop ultimate off the screen. Now, one of my favorite things to see right there is such a powerful aura to freeze the game. Like that Hash is him.
I'm telling you, the four gauntlets, man. It's
Yeah,
just,
the
it's just
gauntlets.
different.
I would freeze the game too
Yeah.
if there was 2 gauntlets on my screen.
The world can only handle 1 pair of gauntlets now. If you have another pair in there,
it's just too much.
yeah.
It's just
much.
too much power. No one man should have all that power. It's just too much.
But as you can see there, I think Zek pointed it out. Once you have the Hash in the mix of things, you can't really hold any of your abilities there. He tried going for the long super armor, just holding
Marco
the helicopter
Jr.
up.
saw him was like, is this guy SAing while rendered on my screen? Hold on. And he
In
just
my
walked-
game?
In my game? Walked up to him,
Just
grabbed.
grab him, exactly.
But he did live.
As a Hush, you can do, but as a Hush, it's really hard, man. You only have those long SA skills.
Yeah.
And outside your catches, they are fast. Pay attention to the speed of the Mystic and the Hush. You would see like Mystic and Strike, but Mystic sometimes even a bit faster than the Hush, even though the Hush is the red, right? So
Yeah, with those
it
dashes
is.
stacked up.
Yeah, it is really hard for the Hash, and he got Chivalry on the ground there at one point, and you could see he was doing minus damage pretty much, like 0 damage.
Actually,
so
the
damage is
map
not there.
assisted. The map did assist with damage.
Yeah, but I mean,
uh,
even there, like I mentioned earlier, that as a Hash, you really want to be surprising your enemy with these CCs that you are pocketing, like the Purge
grab.
coming out. But I mean, against like these 2 double gauntlets, it's just so hard to land anything on them. Like, let alone just like random Purge coming out. I feel like that's never gonna get any of these guys on their back. And of course, we have the team captains, right? Once their teammates are knocked down on the ground, they're immediately hopping over.
There's a heal. Oh,
Yeah,
here's some
healing
bongos.
them, hopping over, healing their teammates to full, and then topping them off with buffs again. It's just too much. But I feel like they are playing a little bit more aggressive here on the side of Gorillaz. They do have that confidence going into this fight. Let's just hop back in here as we got everything squared up.
Yeah, we decided time stop is not allowed anymore. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with the double.
The
double
universe can
gauntlet.
only hold these 2 gauntlets back for so long. We're back into the action here.
Right, and the Hash is going to jump in, trying to go for that range grab. Doesn't quite connect. He's going to play the outskirts, but you can see that Marco Jr. is constantly just trying to go for him. Marco Jr. does manage to miss his grab, but because of the bongos, no one's really able to get through onto the fight. It looks like there was 3 people down here on the side, but still no V's burn. Everyone still has their E-buffs. With 15 seconds left on the clock, there is going to be the 50% HP decrease coming out, and now this will be the time for our teams to start popping buffs and start going ham to try and find that catch last second. Oh, you can see that Genghis
Ooh,
did
we
the
have
rough ground
double
as
CC
well as Gorilla. There's 2 double CCs. Let's see if we can try and find something. Genghis is forced to V. Let's see if they can manage to find it. Is he going to come out right here next to the patio? Didn't seem like they actually got him. Genghis is actually going to go down to Marco Jr. as well as Gorilla. And yeah, just like that double gauntlet plus shy buffs, it's really tough. And once that V's down, they have the speed to try and look for them. And right there, it's going to be C taking the first win versus Gorillaz. And that double tank comp plus shy.
Yeah.
Tough.
Nothing
You hate to see it, but they played to their win condition, and you saw the aggression coming out. Once the B was forced, it was just so easy for them to dogpile on top of them.
That's right.
Yeah. Also to sniff them, like gauntlets are fast these days, and the damage. I also felt like they have really good damage on C's side, even though they are insanely tanky. So there's also a gauntlet feature, kind of. I mean, also Awakening Mystic doesn't seem bad at all. Looking at this now, I don't know what people are always up to, man. Like saying Awakening Mystic is.
I think they're just trying to push the propaganda. They probably understand that the Awakened Mystic is really good, and we gotta keep this under wraps.
To be fair, Awakening Mystic did get little buffs over time.
Yeah,
and I think that really built up and really helped them out. Like that push away from the vacuum. That being a lot more accessible. Some down attack damage modifiers added to combo skills. So they're actually pretty decent. Still not more damage than Striker, obviously.
Oh, man, the Striker damage is insane coming out from Marco. Yeah.
But yeah, they have that utility, they have decent damage, and they have that protection. Tough to deal with.
Yeah. And I guess coming up with this next round, we still have, we're rooting for the side of Gorillaz here. We want to see something happen. But it's just been so hard for Genghis to get in there. He's trying his damnedest. He's trying he's trying everything just to see if he can break through the defense of this team coming out on the side of C. But it's just coming out with no results. It's going to be kind of hard.
Well, let's see if they adapt. Anything's possible. That was just the first round. They did have a lot of time when they did time stop to think about what is the next move for the
They did a little huddle during that time.
Yeah, a little bit of a huddle. So maybe they do have a chance here to try and find their win condition if there is one. I do think, I believe Chivalry is on the C side, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I do think, again, I think this happened in previous rounds, that it seems like Chivalry is maybe the only one that they have enough damage to deal with, but they have to burn through that self-PA, they have to worry about the shy bongos, and then the Striker peeling, as well as using Roar, that big AoE stun against them. So many little things, but if they can play it out, play it safe, and wait for all those abilities to burn down, I believe that leaves them with those 15 seconds here and there to try and go and capitalize on that.
Yeah, and let's see if they're able to find it.
Seeing the hush damage on the Mystic, I don't think they have enough damage at all.
Who do we go for then, Zach? We gotta go for somebody.
What is the
I don't know, man. I don't know. The Hush needs more damage. I don't know. He's not tanky enough to withstand their damage, and he's not dealing enough damage. Even though this guy has all the gear in the world, he can just swap if he wants. So I think he should probably put on some more damage too. If he gets a catch, he gets dangerous, because now it's just wet noodles.
Yeah, this is very disheartening. It's like you're playing a game of Jeopardy and you have this one call to your lifeline. Genghis is hitting up Zach
saying,
saying,
one job.
I've got one call. I'm hitting up Zach, the resident hash enthusiast. Bro, what can I do here? And Zach is just saying,
play shy, man.
I think you might be cooked, family. Yeah, so I mean, if we have the next matchup ready to go, let's go ahead and hop in to see what we can see coming out from the side of Gorillaz.
I did say Valkyrie plus Shy is the scariest combo, but what about a Valkyrie plus 2 Shies? How crazy?
I'm not trying to think about that right now.
How crazy would that be? It might be so crazy that I think it'd work.
2 Shies?
2 Shies and a Valk?
And then one is just bring full AP, I guess, right?
Full AP Valk.
I mean, that boomerang is kind of sharp. It might work.
It might work. I've seen players die to Shy.
Tossing that boomerang at ×2 speed.
True.
Yeah, it could work.
All right. Well, we are waiting for the next match to get set up here, but yeah, it is going to be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
There's not really much more you could say about.
Well, yeah.
That.
I mean, why don't we just dive into some of the pedigree and history coming out from these players that we see on both sides of the bracket here, coming from
absolutely.
Gorillaz. I know that most of these players are from the main guild. Genghis, he's been in the hash community for a while. He's probably known as one of the best hash in the server, right? So I mean, this is the best really coming out. Also, Gorilla is just doing his best on the striker here. Zach, maybe you have some more insight about some of these players that we are seeing from both sides of the bracket.
All right.
Yeah, like Genghis had some phenomenal tournaments in the past as well. Like it's the first time he paired with like Gorilla and Bullen. In general, we see a lot of team comps we haven't seen before. Like the few past years, you had like teams that you saw all the time. Like and okay, it will be good. But this time, you see good players in like different teams. So that was definitely nice to see. However, you also see what happens when there is a team like C's team with Chiv, Marco, and Ecstasy, who played before. Like Ecstasy didn't really play with them, but it's a shy, right? You have the same job no matter what people you're playing with. So you see that they have you definitely have some advantage if you're used to playing with each other. What is the case when it comes to Chiv and Marco?
Right.
And it will be tough.
The experience is definitely showing through here. They have that comfortability and the synergy built with playing with each other.
Now, I do believe we do have our next match ready to go.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there was just so much ore from that time stop that we kind of leapt through time, and we're already moving to the third match. C has taken 2 rounds right here, and we're going right to match 3. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I guess his aura was just so powerful that it just destroyed the space-time continuum.
Yeah. They took a second point instantly, like just because 4 gauntlets,
Yeah, actually, 2 gauntlets, 2 wins. There you go.
Crazy.
Exactly, bro. Yeah.
All right, here we are at the gate.
Absolutely normal behavior.
Little Gojo off screen there. We love a little JJK reference mid-tournament. Here we are running out the gate. We're actually playing super defensive. Yeah, there's really no reason for this team to play aggressive if they don't want to. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
like,
the ball's completely in their court here. They can do whatever they want.
Oh, and I love that they went up just to see, and they're like, yeah, nah. Back to the patio.
We're just going to chill under the gazebo here. It's a nice Sunday afternoon. Just taking a little bit of a break under the shade.
Right, and it looks like the hash is going to get grabbed right off the rip.
Grabbed by Marco.
Up slowly by Marco, yep. Genghis is going to be put on the ground. He is going to stand back up. There's no Vs going out just yet, but again, Genghis is down to 67% HP. Ecstasy down to a low 99% on all 3 members on C side. Doing a little bit of damage is correct. 98% Chivalry slowly getting chipped down.
I think they finally found the key. They can do the damage.
All right, and yeah, there's just going to be some chaos. Shies are going to go onto the ground, but again, they are really tinky. Hash does manage to find that catch onto Chivalry, putting them down to 80% HP via map damage, assisting. And right there, you can see Ecstasy holding that Bongo on one side. Hash goes for the range grab. I believe it does connect, but again, Bongos are going to be there to protect everyone, so things are going to be a little tricky here. You're just going to have to go for a grab. Chivalry did try to go... well, actually, I don't think he tried to grab right there. He is going to dump damage in the center of the map. There is going to be a lot of trading going right here. There's a Spiral Torpedo. Doesn't quite connect onto someone, and everyone's just slowly going to get chipped just a bit by bit.
Yeah, we see Shy Bone going here in the middle.
Right, and you can see Genghis actually on the ground. I'm hoping that he Vs here. He does manage to finally get the V off after a down smash. He's down to 19% HP. Will they sniff the V, or will he live?
Oh, they know exactly where he is, coming out of that V and immediately being jumped on by both the gauntlets there.
Right, and it looks like they did get multiple catches on Gorilla right there, but again, they are tanky. But now they're in a 2v3 situation where it's a Striker Shy versus Shy, Striker, and a Mystic. 2 grabs in a Shy. What do you do here? And yep, it's panning out just the way you think. There's a lot of pressure. There's not really much Gorillaz can do. He's going to try and run away and live, but yeah, you're just going to get chipped down. He does circle around the map heavily towards Marco, but Marco not missing a grab ever. He does manage just to use the magnet hands. He's going to try and find it, hoping that he goes by the patio. Not quite, though. He's going to go to the opposite side of the map, run into the middle. Is he going to find something? It looked like he actually absorbed.
Rage absorb, yeah. Marco did as well.
I believe, yeah, that was a rage absorb, which I believe that was probably just a fat finger. That's unfortunate to see, but yeah, he is going to be taken out of the fight, and with that, Bullen is going to follow suit and go down, and C are going to be the winners of that match.
Yeah, and we have our first finalist coming out from C here. You know, just as you guys mentioned, it's just they have complete agency in this match here.
2 gauntlets and a Shy, man. That's like my worst nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of nightmares, so I mean, if it's the worst, then it's saying something. So, I mean,
I
yeah,
know, John.
as you guys said, it's just they have all the control in this match. They can set the pace of the match. They don't have to do
They don't
anything.
have to go in, but they
Yeah.
also can go in. That's really tricky because
Yeah.
sometimes when a team is hyper aggressive, you can just play defensive, and sometimes when a team is defensive, you can just play on your back foot or play it slowly too. But this team's proven that double gauntlet and a shy, we don't have to do anything, and we also can do everything. So
Exactly.
What do you do?
Yeah, that's the problem with gauntlets and the shy, mate.
Yeah.
Also, the rage absorb was not a mistake. I think it's better than the ultimate in this scenario.
Yeah. So I want to commend the team coming out of Gorillaz. They played valiantly. They tried to see if they could put a dent into this composition coming out from C, but at last it was just a clean sweep from
and again,
C.
like as easy as it is for us to just say that, again, if I was in the same scenario right now as somebody who like PvPs frequently, I have no idea what you do in that scenario.
Yeah.
Maybe just play for HP. I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely could be something that they looked forward to, just running that clock down and seeing if they can play just a little bit chip damage. We were kind of joking around saying that, oh, look, he's down to 99%, but if you are playing for that health at the end, it could be what you guys need to do, you know what I mean?
You know, maybe a range caster or an Awakening DK could play chip and live and then win.
I think you underestimate how fast the grabs from the gauntlets are. You saw this with Marco, man. Like Gorilla came towards him, he just dashed away, and Marco just dashed after him and just grabbed him. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Like
But Zach, we're not thinking a little creative here, Zach. You know what you could do? You could put on a ghillie suit and match it to the same color as the ground and crouch somewhere until like the last the last 30 seconds. That's a play. You could try that.
All right, let's go ahead and bring up the brackets here to see what we have going on.
Absolutely. And
As mentioned, C is going to be your first grand finalist, and on the right side we now have Incredible coming up against Fish Tank. Also quite a tanky team coming out from both sides here. Yeah, I mean, that's just the EU special, right? Everyone's here to win, so they're going to bring their beefiest players.
It's very interesting when you look at, so for those of you who didn't check out NA, NA was, I don't think any shies at all.
There was no shies in the top
Yeah,
8.
you had no shies, man.
No shies. So very different mentalities here from both regions.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and walk through the players that we have representing both teams
today.
Team
no shy versus team with shy.
Okay, well, let's be a little bit more specific than that.
Shy with Valk.
Okay, wow.
Shy with Valk, exactly.
But Incredible has Valk OP and like put respect on that name, you know? Like
Valk is indeed a little OP.
But you know it's also OP?
What?
And OP Valk with the shy.
Don't say this. Don't do this. Okay, anyways, on the left side, we have Lynx J coming out with the Awakened Megu, Valk OP rocking that Awakened Valkyrie, OP Centrio just staying true on that Awakened Striker versus Fish Tank Nudolov, I guess that's how you say his name? Nudolov?
It's Knuddelov.
Knuddelov. Okay.
It's a German name.
German word. Okay, I mean, I need to practice
it.
It's
a Pokemon, actually. It's a German name for Pokemon.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting.
Then we have Super Shy on Shy.
And Fleur rocking that Awaken lawn. I'm really going to want to see a big plays coming out from this lawn, as you saw him just being able to laser focus on his target, drop down from the sky and descend on whoever he wants to engage on, and just very, very good at opening the enemy team up. Any predictions for these team comps clashing into each other?
Honestly, I actually do think the team without a shy does have a chance if they play well. But it's all going to hinge on the fact of who can they focus down first while trying to avoid the range grab from the lawn. They might have to try and go for that Valk and CC him, but not actually commit to killing him because he's going to be tanky, and look for that grab to go in for the grab. Look for that lawn to go in with the grab. Yeah. Potentially go for that. I believe that KD follow-up is frontal. Maybe the Awakening Megu can wait for that exact moment and try to use that the Fox Flare barrage and go behind.
Yeah. How about you, Zach?
I think the weak part of the Valk team is the LAN still. Like if you kill the LAN, the Valkyrie is tanky. She won't kill then like combo of 3 people won't happen. So if they can kill the LAN, if they manage to get them down, I think they have a good chance. Otherwise, it will be really hard.
Absolutely.
I think.
Well, let's go ahead and see what happens.
Yeah, we have all our contestants loaded into this match here, and let's see if this lawn team has what it takes to take down.
Or POV, we love this. All right, and there they are, the Shy, Lawn, in Valkyrie with the double black stars. We'd love to see it. Very fancy. Those shy buffs are going to come
Wow,
out.
just
And
coming
believe it or
straight
not,
on.
actually, they're running right out of the gate. They probably buffed a little bit early so they could be hyper aggressive. Things are going to spread out a little bit. There's just focus all over the place. You can see people are looking at Valko P, but he does manage to move out of the fight. Now the Awakening Megu is casting from range, but it looks like the Striker tried to push him off. He's actually still committing to range casting. But there's the Awakening abilities come out. He tries to spin in the middle. Nothing quite yet happening. Everyone down to 99% on Incredible side until we find a catch. The Striker from Fish Tank actually manages to go, from Incredibles manages to go on the ground and burst it down to 80% HP, not via map damage this time. And yeah, things are just going to reset slowly. I do think we are going to look at a situation where we wait for the 50% HP decrease and people just try to go for that catch and capitalize on enough damage at the last second.
Yeah, very important to notice there, though. In that skirmish, Link actually lost his V in that trade there and just was taken so low, was forced to V. So now that your Awakened Megu is kind of like a leg down, can't really go as aggressive since there's no escape.
Looks like the Lawn is trying to find some sort of catch. He's dashing forward. Doesn't connect his range grab, so now that's going to be down for around 10 seconds. Trying to go in with super armor damage trading. Try to go in for that KD frontal. Doesn't quite connect. And now he's just going to rotate. And he's going to have to just dash out of there and wait for the grab.
He's doing a great job not to get caught. But they're all doing a great job at the moment not to get caught, man. Like, I think we will wait for the 50% HP timers here. Mego trying to get some room, looking for some CCs.
Right, and again, the Megu does not have a V right now, so he's just dumping damage to the center, but
there's
Valko P got
damage going
low,
on.
and there's going to be 2 Vs now down on Incredible side. Valko P down to 27% HP. He's still good for now. Nope, I spoke too soon. His V is down. All 3 Vs down are down on Incredible. Can they bring this back? It's not looking too good for our heroes. Valko P is trying to find something, but unfortunately
taken out.
It looks like, yeah, the Mystic does get taken out, leaving it just to a Valken Awakening Megu. Can they try and find a potential catch on the lawn, or is the lawn going to play safe and stay out of the fight?
Well, and you saw that from the engagement there that forced out 2 of their Vs. Once Fish Tank was able to notice that they were on the back foot from the Incredibles here, the Valk dropped that. I don't think it was Valk actually, but they were just stuck in there. It was Knudeluf's vacuum that just kept them in
vacuum,
there. Yeah, and
right.
they were
he's really
forced
great
to
at timing that. He's really great at timing that.
Yeah.
And now we are 3v1. There's not much he can do with Valko P. Valko P is also not bad. That's so good.
Something that was really good by sorry, I'm forgetting which side Valko P was. Valko P on the
Valko P's on the side with the lawn, and also
which one?
Valko P is incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome. So one thing I noticed was the Valk v Valk skirmish on the side when it was a it was a 3v2. It was actually very smart, shoving the Valk off to the side, because maybe, who knows, maybe that 2v3 does happen and they all get caught. But what can you do when another Valk is pressing you off to the side and leaving his other teammate to get 2v1? And we saw that's exactly what happened towards the end of the match.
Well, we also could see that Fish Tank was like they were dominating the pace of the fight here. Like they are playing really well. They got like two times, I think they got multi-hit CCs on the enemy team that focused them to V or drop low. So it will be hard for Incredibles against this team. Fish Tank is a strong team.
Absolutely. Well, I believe that next match is ready, so let's go ahead and check it out.
let's jump in. Yeah, really hoping to see if Valko P can really just put a little bit more pressure on the side of Incredibles. You know, just being able to match up to the play coming out from Noodleluff. We'll see which Valk is going to be proving to be more useful in these fights here.
Right, you can see that Awakening Lawn already dashing in, but kind of baiting right there by just flying away immediately and going back to his team. Looks like
great grab by the Striker though. There.
Yeah, very good grab.
Instant.
All right, we can see the Awakening Megu actually already had to burn V. We missed that right there. Having that early V burned out early on in the match is not a good sign. Like you said, that's going to ruin the confidence in what risks you can really take, and now things are going to have to play slower for him. But do they have that luxury? All right, you can see that the Striker is trying to find something. He is playing well, rotating in and out and just exiting the fight. Looking at the grand scheme of things, wondering what can he do. The Valk does see him off to the side and decides to regroup.
Yeah, and if you can see, they have already laser focused in on the Megu. They know that she does not have her V anymore, so they're just beelining it down, trying to pressure her wherever they can, dropping kind of low, around the 50% HP mark. And you gotta watch out for this Lon. We just see that Fleur is just a hawk in the sky, flying up there and looking for any moment that he can just drop down.
Yeah, it's really tough to deal with someone flying above you because you can't really see them, you know?
There we have the vacuums going on in the middle, a lot of damage. Knoodle's actually dropping kind of low there. And Valkyrie also dropping to 20% HP.
Right, that's 2 Vs down on Incredible side.
That's 2 Vs down, exactly.
Now they do have their E-buffs here, so maybe they can turn it around, but Fish Tank is probably feeling really confident here and is going to keep up momentum. Looks like Canoodle does go on the ground. Is he going to be taken out? He is very KD'd, but nope, there's
so
Shy.
tanky.
Maybe Super Shy didn't mean that they're shy. I think they actually meant they are a Super Shy.
Yeah, they are actually a superhero shy.
They are a Super Shy.
Wow. Just a peel coming out was instantaneous there.
Yep, no hesitation. No Vs burned again. 2 E-buffs down on Fish Tank's side, but all E-buffs have been activated on Incredible's end of the bargain. Now let's see if they can find something. Yeah, just Shy in the center. Everyone dropping damage.
Very low, has no V, by the way. This is the 50% max HP cap here, so anything
looks
can
like
happen.
the Lawn was put in V, but oh no, they couldn't quite find it. Looks like Canoodle noticed it too late, and he did something unprotected and got CC'd. Lon playing it wise, going back to a Shy, getting buffs again. Not much they can really do again.
Wow,
he actually does get a
out.
range grab, double KD. Unfortunately, that's going to take them both out, and now it is a 1v3 again from Valkylie's side.
clean.
And yeah, you just can't really afford to engage into two frontliners and an Awakening Lon who can just wait to grab you from range. Yep, and
that was a really great play by the Lon, though.
Yep, really good play. Love that the Lon is just holding on to grab. Honestly, that's like the most powerful. Like as a non-grab class player, it's like you're more powerful when you don't use your grab.
Yeah, the mental stack of just knowing that at any moment they have that option is very,
I have
very
to burn
scary.
every ability in my kit if you run up my face, and knowing there's a range grab on the battlefield, I bet there's a lot of pressure there. But
yeah, I agree.
You can't afford to just run into it either. That's it's a little too risky. Unfortunately, you have to play at their pace and maybe go for a reset and not take that risk and try again.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, for a lot of classes these days, the range grab or grab in generals are the only gaps they have. So the players also need to be careful. You can't just range grab. Like you will get CC'd if you just do it.
But those Shy buffs kind of mitigate that gap a lot, though, too.
They do. I mean, yeah, I guess
it's still an opportunity, though.
It's still risky. It's still an opportunity.
Yeah.
But if you have a LAN that still confidently grabs every single, lands every grab, see, you have a good plan there. Like this last bit we saw there, that was definitely the play that won the match.
Yeah, we're definitely going to watch that over in the replay as well. Just very, very calm and collected there and just holding on to his grab until the perfect moment. And then there you go. You see 2 people on their back, and it was just a wrap from there.
Right.
Clean them both up, and that's that. Let's go ahead and jump into the second round here as we have it ready.
Third round.
Third? Man, it's moving so fast.
Third round.
Yep.
Oh, and there we have it. That was the third round, ladies and gentlemen, and we're done.
All right. So before we hop into this, yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot. It seems like everyone on the side of Fish Tank here is just a very, very scary. You know, like you can't really step to any of these guys.
It's not just about the thing is. It's definitely a comp differential. Oh, well, let's go back to
you see this grab? You see Knoodle with the grab?
Wow.
That's not... he grabbed an Awakened Maiden
players
out
got
of
down, 2 Vs down already from Velko P and Lynx. That is crazy. He just walked up and found him. That's a dangerous spot to V. He is going to be found, but he's not CC'd quite yet. Looks like the Striker does CC Super Shy just to put him off to the side, and hey, you're in timeout.
No more healing for you.
No more healing for you.
Timeout.
Timeout. Get out of here. Looks like Linux does go back to full HP. We have reset, but again, no Vs now. This is the final chance for them to bring it back.
Very, very big for a Fish Tank to just fish those 2 Vs out almost immediately when the round starts.
Absolutely. It looks like Valko P is going to be chipped down heavily, but he does go off screen and manages to use the full HP heal back to 100%.
Wow.
All right, he's trying to find some sort of opportunity to trade with Valko P, but
yeah, and
find it.
A thing that I've been noticing coming out from Valk OP is he's playing very clean for the most part, but I think he might be a little too hasty there. As you can see, just being caught up in the mix there, he's always on point with trying to peel for his teammates, but that's also leaving himself exposed to the CC that's coming out from the enemy side.
And there is a such thing as over-peeling. Sometimes you just can't afford to take that risk.
Yeah.
Also, you have to keep in mind, man, Knoodle is a Valk with Shy buffs, and Valk OP is not.
He is that upgraded train, right?
Exactly. He's the uphill train. So
Yeah, he is that bullet train versus just a train.
Is the real Valko P.
And taking huge punishment here, Centrito has to use his V as well.
All right, 3 V's down. Can they sniff this? He's right next to the patio. They actually don't even try to go for it. They'll be just fine. Striker does manage to find the grab onto the lawn. Is he going to be able to DPS him? They are going to re-KD. He does get back up, actually. That was a fast down smash. Lawn is going to go in, try to get a grab. He gets grabbed again, but there are shy bongos going on. There's a Valk 100% from the Canoodle and he slams out on a Link's forehead. Out of the fight. That's one thing you have to keep in mind. Yeah, they're shy buffs, but they also give that BSR, and the longer the match goes on, you can see right there, 50% HP decrease. BSR 100% came out. Valk 100%. AoE stun.
Instantly
huge
dead.
damage, and he just deleted him. He got delete-imified. He just hit the delete key on him and took him out of the fight. Looks like Case is going to find that grab, but he does get counter-grabbed by the range grab from Lon. That was a sentence.
Running for dear life here is Centrio, but it's probably coming to close.
We've seen them win these. Oh, he actually might take out the lawn. That would be. Hey, I would take that. Yeah. Maybe we do get that one catch. Can you manage to get it? Anything is a win in this scenario, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Is the lawn going to give him the satisfaction? Can he at least get one kill? Unfortunately not. He's going to be taken out. And
damn.
Fish Tank close it out with a 3-zip. I mean, you can just tell with these players on the side of Fish Tank, they are so confident in their players that they have here.
Absolutely. And
they are so laser focused, and just, you know, the pressure coming out of this team is just immense, right? You have no room to breathe, and especially if you're, you know, doing things like over appealing for your teammates and getting caught yourself, we just see these mistakes costing.
And it's tricky too, because one, you want to appeal for your teammates, but you're also dealing with 2 grabs on the enemy team.
It's just too risky. Yeah,
it's really risky.
Yeah. So, congratulations to our team here coming out with Fish Tank, just, you know, putting on a show, very methodical with how they're playing and just locking in their spot in the grand finals. Let's go ahead and pull up the brackets right now to check the updated teams. We have C going up against Fish Tank in the grand finals. And before we see that match unfold, we are going to be playing our third place match.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and throw up the teams to see what we have cooking.
All right, we have Gorillaz versus Incredible.
Yeah, so, I mean, here I feel like we do see some more competitive plays coming out from Incredible, as they do have this very, very solid team composition coming out. But they are against the Striker and Shy, one of the most menacing combos that we've seen coming out from this tournament.
But I also do think of Valk, Striker, and Awakening Megu actually kind of deal with that Striker pretty well. They do have to watch out for that range grab from Genghis, but if they can pressure him out of the fight while focusing down Gorilla, if they even have the damage for it, so we're just going to have to see how that goes. I actually think Incredible has a pretty good chance at fighting this team composition compared to the last one.
Yeah.
I think Gorillaz, they overall, they lack damage. Like we've seen this in most other matches, they just can't kill people. They are lacking. They're tanky, yes, but that's not enough. They don't have no damage.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So let's see if they can really make those adaptations here to see if they can push out more damage from the hash here. It's going to be a tough ask. You see the team comp on the right side is so tanky, especially with the Valk. Valk OP is going to be able to top his teammates off and keep them safe. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the first round here to see what is going to happen. Yeah.
All right, now it is time for round 1.
Oh, it's first to 4, okay.
All right, yep. This one is going to be first to 4. Let's see what our potential third place winners are going to do. How are we going to play this out? Actually, opting in to spread out and play around the patio, an interesting strategy, but it does split them up a little bit. Maybe giving them more freedom to try and go for a pick.
Wow, already on his back there is Gorillaz, but he will be completely fine as his team captain is looking over his shoulder and making sure that he is fine.
Right, and it does look like the Awakening Megu, this is the correct choice, is getting straight focused down, but luckily for him, Valko P is going to try and back him up. He is going to free cast from range. Valko P trying to rendezvous back to the center, but you can see here that Gorillaz is playing very well together, moving as a unit. Yeah, there's actually not a lot of breathing room for the Awakening Megu to do much, but all he has to do is survive, get back with his teammates, and just try to find any opportunity when it presents itself. But yeah, things are feeling a little claustrophobic here. Even the Shy is running at him, giving him no room to breathe. Yeah, like constantly he's getting run
Yeah,
at.
oh,
Yep.
there it is.
Eventually
He's
he's going to
getting
run
run
out of
out.
stamina.
There it
He's
is,
put on the
yeah.
ground and he's forced to V. Honestly, what do you do with a striker running at you? And they still have their E-buffs. Everyone still has their E-buffs. A little tricky. 80% HP decrease did occur 10 seconds ago. 50% will be coming in soon. Let's see if that Awakening Megu can manage to survive until the last second and everyone pops E-buffs. Potentially at that time. But yeah, looks like Genghis is going to go in for that damage trade here while there's just a ton of chaos sticking right next to his Shy. Getting out of the fight just a little bit, waiting on his cooldowns, and he is going to move in here in a bit. There's Genghis on the ground on the staircase, but not enough damage is coming out from Gorillaz side for him. All right, and you can see Valko P was hit from the stun, but no one's there to follow up.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, man, those teams don't have enough damage. At all.
Yeah, it's like you're
don't
completely
do
right
anything
here.
to another. I mean, the only one they can take probably out is this Linux on the Awakening Mega.
When there is
we saw
actually
they're
a huge
just focusing
damage
him.
trunk.
Yeah, he's on the ground, but is it enough? 9%, 8%?
Not quite enough. Lynx does survive. He doesn't have V, remember, so more pressure can be put on him. And we saw earlier, the more he gets chased, the less he's able to do. And yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
And he is CC'd and taken out of the fight, leaving this to actually a 1v3 as Valko P was also killed off screen as well. Well, let's see if Genghis can get a catch. Yep, and it looks like
that was very quick there. They made quick work of them. Actually got a double kill in that same play, so they just realized that they had them on the back foot.
You can just run at the Awakening Megu, and they actually don't have any answer for that.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can really do to peel,
Short and sweet
especially
there.
with the Shy with buffs on the Valk.
Yeah.
I was a bit wrong here, man. Guller, they do have enough damage to kill at least 1 or 2 people of them. Like Valk also died there, so
yeah.
If the other team does not adapt to that, that will be hard for them.
Absolutely. Well, let's go and see if our teams can adapt and see how they play with this next round as it is ready. So let's go ahead and get that up on screen. It's time for round 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Bullen is opting into Shy buff a little bit before the gate opens just so they can probably sprint out of the gate right away. And here we are. What are we going to do? All right, playing things slow. There's the buffs. Teams playing, inching forward towards the center, but now action is going off. Valko P trying to go for something, jumping onto the enemy, tries to find a catch, but he's just fine for now. Nothing quite connects, but that's okay. You don't have to force something to happen. The Awakening Megu in a little bit too much chaos. He is forced out of the fight a little bit, hoping that he doesn't burn his V quite early on.
And we can see here immediately they're just beelining it straight for. Is that I guess the Awakening Megu, right? They're just trying their best to hop on. Oh, it seems like
everyone's actually getting CC'd by bongos.
Just piling onto any enemy HP bars. Doesn't matter who it is. They're just sending it.
Mm-hmm.
It also fills in every little gap you have in your movement, and you're in the bongos. You're catched. No chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't take those risks.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like the fight is resetting a bit. Everyone's running towards the Awakening Megu, who does. Well, actually, Valko P managed to get a grab onto Gorillaz, who's put on the ground. Is he going to be forced to V? Not quite. His Shy does come back to back him up, and now they're sprinting across the map onto the Awakening Megu, who's going to leave now. He's like, get the fight away from me. I'll play from range. Looks like Genghis is on the ground as well, but again, everyone is tanking. No Vs have been burned, no E-buffs just yet. 80% HP cap has activated. We have 30 seconds until the 50%. OP does find a grab onto Valk OP. Very nice grab. No Vs, however.
No damage going on.
No damage going on.
Where was that damage that we had from last round, guys?
That was the map.
There was the map, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's map damage.
I feel like they do
so you have certain
there.
spots, right? You have certain spots where the map is like doing damage.
Right, now good job on Lynx keeping his V at this point. Managing to survive with all the chaos, not getting grabbed quite yet. Hopefully I don't jinx him here. Everyone is spreading out. Looks like that 50% HP decrease has been activated, so let's see if any catches happen. Looks like Hash did use his 100%. Managed to get the KD onto OP. Yeah. Will they be able to take him out? Not quite. People are going to heal up to full, but the first V is going to be going out from Incredible side. All right.
Us doing great job chasing the Megu here.
Right, and the Megu is getting chipped out, like we said. And he managed to try and do a trade,
but instead the striker falls.
Right, and the V goes out from Lynx. Is he gonna get snapped? Will he survive? Not quite, but now there's gonna be a lot of pressure onto him and onto his teammate, who's now getting 3v1.
Ooh, a little bit of an overcalculation on the range there from Genghis. Just a helicopter hitting nobody there.
Absolutely. Can he find a catch? Does he CC the Shy? Does he CC someone? He's just looking for anything. Valko P is put on the ground.
By the Hush there.
Is he able to take him out? Not quite. Just not enough damage. Everyone's too tanky, and without Incredibles is going to be the winners of that fight.
Actually, wait,
Is it Incredible?
I think Gorillaz locked that one away.
Gorillaz.
Right? Just,
Oh, it was
yeah,
Gorillaz.
just
My
by
bad.
HP.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry
but
about that.
it was really good fought by Incredibles. It's just I guess their the Gorillaz team was able to square away the kill that they had from the heroics of the Hash. They were also able to just lay on the pressure after and just make sure that the team from Incredible was just not able to breathe after they lost their teammate. It was just
unfortunately with those catches. I think Zek mentioned it last round too. There's just not enough damage on the Hash to really capitalize when you finally do get a catch.
Yeah, but
the turns. I think the tides turned when he 100%ed and you were at 50% HP with this extra AP and speed and less HP. Then killing happened. But before that, it's really tough.
Yeah, they didn't have the damage there, but that ulti from the Hash was actually
a good
very,
ulti.
very good.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the next match.
Yeah.
Or next round.
All right. So as we are getting ready to come out here, I don't expect anything different from the other rounds. We are just going to group for our Shy buffs, of course, here on the side of Gorillaz. It seems like, of course, Incredibles have been pre-buffing every single time just so they can take a little bit more space up on the battlefield as they come out of the gates. As we're seeing Valko P here, just trying to make any sort of opening happening. Here we go.
Right. He's trying to look for something. Misses the grab onto the Hash. Lucky for him, he's not going to get grabbed quite yet. Striker going ballistic. Manages to find the grab onto Lynx under the Awakening Megu. Very good grab. Does he manage to find him? OP on the ground, but there are going to be some heals going out from the Shy. Grab does miss from Gorillaz, and he actually gets counterattacked by the Awakening Megu, but as you can see there, he didn't have enough damage to put any dent into his
team. Yeah, not enough is still too much.
Yeah, not enough is still too much. But everyone's just going to be dancing around here. HP bars are not moving. What can we do? There is another grab going out from the Striker. Someone is put on the ground. Hard to see right here. Awakening Megu trying to go for some sort of damage trade, but luckily, big damage just dropped from the map. Everyone's locked out to 80% HP. Let's see if we can find a catch and try to take someone out here. Awakening Megu just kiting off to the side. Just trying to keep himself alive without getting caught, but you can see the Striker is just constantly trying to go for him. Right here, all this pressure, you have to sit in SA when you run out of stamina, but you don't want to get grabbed, and now things are getting a lot more dicier. Where's his teammates? Can they back him up? There's all three right here at the patio, but where's his teammates? Looks like the Striker from Gorillaz side did use E-buff. He can walk at SA. Lynx being grabbed, put on the ground. He still has V. He has been CC capped. He won't use his V just yet. He's able to get back out of the fight and maintain his high HP. Genghis on the ground right there in the corner. But again, everyone's very tanky. Even Genghis on the Hash, which again, Zek, you did mention might be better to opt in for full damage just so you have that opportunity to try and take him out.
not full damage, right? But just at least a little bit. But he's on full tank. Hashashin can get quite tanky, man.
Absolutely. Looks like Incredible tried to grab the Shy out of Bongos, but didn't quite work. Oh, looks like he did get a catch on the Gorillaz, but didn't manage to put him on the ground. There's the grab reconnection. Case on the floor. 18%, 21%. Has to V. Will they find him? Looks 100% like all E-buffs have been
BSR was used.
All right.
So we do have more damage now.
There is that BSR AP. I believe that's plus 30 AP when it's activated. Another grab coming out from LP onto Genghis.
Lynx.
Yeah, Lynx. Sorry about that. I'm like, wait, those are the same teammates. Yeah.
No worries.
But yeah, OP trying to find something. Looks like we're looking at the Awakening Megu. He is in that SA, doesn't manage to get caught. But unfortunately, the helicopter from the Hash gets grabbed. Genghis, no V. Is he going to be taken out? He does manage to stand back up right here. Everything's going to be just fine and dandy. OP managing to get Shy bongoed, but no one's going to go down.
Wow, another grab on the Hash.
Grabbing him left and right.
Is it going to be enough? Yeah. Oh, and we were so locked in that we didn't even realize that it was down to HP.
Already over. Yeah.
Already over.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like
the Striker did great.
Yeah, the Striker grabs continuously. No, you're correct, Zach. He did a good job at just constantly grabbing someone.
Yeah, that round was awesome trio. Just magnet hands getting in there. Yeah, just sticking on his target and never letting them get away, even after dashing around. I feel like the Hash is maybe needing to play a little bit safer with his cooldowns, because the moment he tries to stand still for even a second there, he's being pressured.
Yeah.
And same with the Awakening Megu. We noticed the Awakening Megu can't even do anything either without fear of grab. There's just a lot of pressure to deal with and not a lot of opportunities to you know, try and find that moment where you can catch. Even when they do catch them, there's the shy heal, the shy buffs making them tankier. It's tough.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle for sure. And like you said, as to just having that grab cooldown, not even using it.
Just don't even use it.
Yeah, just having
You're
it there
basically grabbing
is enough.
them by walking at their face and not grabbing them.
Yeah, it's just a lot of pressure to deal with.
Absolutely.
And so if we have the next match ready to go, let's go ahead and hop in and see if there's going to be a chance here to pull things back for the side of Incredibles. Gorillaz is, you know, it's been pretty close, but actually kind of surprisingly, we say that they don't have enough damage to take these rounds, but they've been putting in the work. They've been able to edge things out at the end here and taking the wins on these rounds.
Yeah, Gorillaz.
I mean, Incredible did adapt here, but they definitely played better last round than the two
Absolutely.
before.
No one died. Everyone played pretty safe. No
Yeah.
one getting caught. Looks like Hash is going to play a little aggressive here and just try and spin around and find something. There's a helicopter, but he was
Got out of there immediately.
good to get out of there because he could feel the striker looking at him. Doesn't quite connect with the range grab, but he is going to survive. Going to toss out some slows. Will this help out his team? And he's just going to reset a little bit on the outskirts. All right. Looks like Valko P does manage to...
Yeah, but recognizes there that once he gets the CC on Gorilla that he must just disengage because Boolin's right there with the peel.
Absolutely. Very wise play. Valko P just running trains around the map, just circling around.
Trying to find an opening here.
Circling around, yep. Just trying to find an opening. There's the Awakening Megu just spinning in, going behind, trying to find something, and then backing off. A good decision. Genghis actually being CC'd onto the ground. There's the leg drop. He is double KD'd. Will he manage to get out? But on the side, you see Gorilla is constantly running at Awakening Megu's face, not allowing him to cast at all. Actually managing to put Genghis onto the ground. Will this be enough? Not quite. No Vs are going to be expended just quite yet. But he does manage to get
Drops
that.
right on top of Lynx right there.
Drops the foot on the ground. OP is going to go on the ground as well. Will it be enough damage? Does the leg drop? Doesn't. Everyone, you know, they have a shy. It's fine. They can sustain. Everything's okay. No E-buffs used. No Vs used just quite yet.
Nothing is used. Nothing.
Probably going to wait until 50% HP decrease here in 20 seconds, but let's see if they can find something.
And 100% rage absorb. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah, we got to really pay attention to the ultimates coming out from both sides to see who can get more value out of those 100% BSR abilities.
Absolutely. Link's being put on the ground, but he does manage to receive a heal and get back up. They actually put some Genghis onto the ground as well. Will a V be used? Not quite yet, despite how low he's gotten.
And now the healths have been equalized 50%. It's looking a lot closer than it just was. Everyone is basically on a fresh health bar.
Yep, and this is where things are going to come out. 2 E-buffs used on an Incredible side. Let's see if they can try and make a play. Genghis on the ground in the center right there. But, you know, he's just fine. He's able to receive Bullen's shy buffs. Everything's going to be A-OK. All right, 37 seconds left on the clock. You can see both teams playing really passive, trying not to make any mistakes while still trying to fish for something, some sort of catch. Now we're playing towards the patio, which is actually very smart for Incredible to play against because they don't have a shy, but they can still have some sort of wall to protect them. Looks like OP is going to try and damage trade, but he does receive a lot of chip damage there. Valko P also getting chipped off to the side. OP does manage to find the grab onto Genghis. Will that be enough? Genghis opting into V. 10 seconds left. Will things go down to HP? They have those Valk heals. Just remember that. That can be very strong last second, but they also have the shy heals. Are we going to play for HP or chip? What's going on? 4 seconds left. Who's going to take this win? And
they
it looks
can't
like
tie the
it's
match
going
here.
to
They
be
tie the match here.
Gorillaz.
Ah, so close. You see there at the end of the match there, it was just barely both sides having 50% HP on all 3 characters. But for the side of Incredibles, just having 49% on 2 of your teammates means that you lost the round. Literally losing the game by 2% there. And they had no choice there. They had to do something because even if they do tie, the rules of the tournament stipulate that if you do tie a match, that does end up giving a
win
point
for both.
Yeah, so either way, Gorillaz would have taken the match there just by default if nothing happened there. It's just a really tough spot to be in for Incredibles.
Tough for sure.
Yeah.
I think this time they also didn't have the rage absorb. I haven't seen any 100%. The only time we've seen some killing was with rage.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just HP time, I guess.
Yeah, so I want to congratulate our teams here. Incredibles did put up a very valiant fight. They got this far in the tournament, so,
Is there not one more? There's one more round.
Is there?
We have one more.
Yes.
Oh,
First
there's
before.
more to come. So, I'm sorry. I
Unless
spoke
you're
too soon.
predicting the future.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you
I
also
did not
time
know.
slipping?
Are you also
Oh
time
wow.
slipping?
Okay. Let's
What
get
did
into the
Genghis
next
teach
match
you?
then.
That's crazy.
Okay, we don't have the next match ready yet, but okay, yeah, wow, they're still in it.
Are you sure?
Am I? But anyways, yeah, it looks like they're still in this match here, but Gorillaz is seemingly finding a lot more success in these matches here just by edging things out and playing for that HP at the end there. They're realizing that the damage cannot just be done, so they're just, playing more collected, making sure that they're not getting caught by themselves.
Absolutely.
And, just playing very methodically with their team. What do you guys think is going to happen in this round right here?
It's going to go to HP.
Exactly. Yeah. I also think the same. I mean, I don't know if Rage is reset, but I don't know why Rage is reset, right? Before everybody,
for
I think
for
it's
each
reset.
round the BSR is reset.
So why didn't they use the 100% this time? Because if they had it last time, then maybe some of the Shies forgot to give the buff.
Oh, maybe in the heat of things they just forgot or couldn't get enough people around to just get a good cast of it.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Because that's
about
the only way I see how they can pull something off there.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think Gorilla. Yeah, Valkyrie is huge, definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what they're able to do here from the side of Incredibles. Let's go ahead and hop into this next match here. I did not see the future, so let's see. Anything can
I'm not
happen.
convinced you didn't see the future. All right, looks like we have. Where's their third teammate? Oh, there we are.
He's checking
There
himself.
it is.
He's like, bro?
Bro, am I okay?
Was he wearing that outfit before?
Booin?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Okay,
he was.
I was wondering if he did like an outfit swap before the round for a little
No.
self-hype.
He wants to be bright and wants to be seen in his yellow outfit, I guess.
Please focus me.
Exactly. Please focus me.
Let my hash play the game.
sounds-
Please focus me.
Oh, yep, Genghis has a lot of pressure onto him, but he is managing to escape out of the mix. Going off to the side, trying to find that range grab. Actually does manage to find it
great
onto the
grab.
Awakening Megu, but no damage follow-up right there, unfortunately. And he's still going to focus that Awakening Megu. That might be the strategy, but unless he has the damage to take him out, it may not be enough. There's some SA trading. He's got to be careful. There's the helicopter spin, but the Val can grab him. The Striker can grab him as well. He can't stick around too long. Falco P just rotating SA, dashing into his team, trying to back him up. Gorilla finding that grab.
No training and damage dealing going on.
Yeah, just a lot of AoE damage being thrown out, but everyone's tanky right now. There is the 80% HP cap going out. Let's see how our teams do. Is it going to go to HP, or are they going to find a fight? Or, sorry, not find a fight, but find a V.
Or kill.
Right. Falco P moving forward. Gorilla moving on to the Awakening Megu. Does he manage to get caught? Not quite. There's going to be a lot of super armor trading. Helicopter spin from the hash. Doesn't get grabbed. No one's around, but it looks like Lynx is getting a lot of pressure put onto him. No grab connects. However, he most likely doesn't feel safe being in the mix. There's Gorilla jumping in into the mix once again the moment he sees the Awakening Megu casting, and the Awakening Megu seems to have been CC'd potentially by
No CC's coming out there, though. Just able to get out of that situation scot-free.
Right, it seemed like that stiffen was from the bongos, like max distance, but he did not get caught. Lynx on the back foot, and yeah, eventually he is going to run out of abilities. He is put on the ground. Isn't forced to V quite yet. Everything's fine. He'll be okay. Looks like Gorilla is constantly just trying to chase him.
Yeah,
The
but I
Dash
think...
is too, just trying to get him.
Yeah, but as you can see here from what we discussed before the match started, they're just playing into this win condition of waiting for the HP
Oh, and there's the
bars.
helicopter spinning again. The Striker looked at Genghis and instantly OP grabbed him on the moment, even though the Shy's right there. Not a lot of breathing room for Genghis or Lynx to exist here, and that's going to be tough for the skirmishers on each side. You kind of just have to wait and maybe do a little handshake 1v1 off to the side while you let the two tanks just fight in the middle.
Handshake 1v1.
Just a little honorable 1v1. Looks like Lynx does get CC'd. He has managed to get grabbed. Let's see if he can pop off his V. He may be CC'd KD'd and locked out of it, but he does manage to get back up. Not enough damage. He runs away. Everyone is at 50% HP, but again, like we said, this is going to HP timer. It's 7 seconds left. Are they going to throw out HP? Genghis is a little bit lower. It looks like Gorillaz is going to actually take the win.
Gorillaz just get themselves topped up at the end of the match there, and again, it just comes down to HP.
Absolutely.
Incredibles just barely a hair short. They had 40%, 45% on Centrio, and at the end of the day, that's all they needed. So Gorillaz just back off and take the win. Very, very easy there.
Yeah. Again, tough team to fight. But everyone did play very well there.
Yeah.
I like to see that they did adapt. You know, we did see that Valk 100 at some point. Not quite sure what was going on there. But moving forward, Gorillaz just didn't stop playing the same way. They played safe. They played protected, no risks. And sometimes, believe it or not, that's tough to do.
Yeah, it is. I was surprised how often they were like in the blob and no one was on the ground. They were all standing like, okay, great. But to be honest, I have a feeling we will have this in a bit again.
Yeah, this grind final coming up is going to be quite the doozy as well with Gorillaz. You know, I feel like throughout all their matches in these rounds leading up to the grand finals, they have made it. They've got over a lot of hurdles just to get here in the first place. But
in the third place,
yeah, I mean, just getting here was just so tough. But they barely edged out every single match just by HP, and it's just coming down to see that in these brackets for the EU side of things, a lot of it's coming down to seeing who's
more durable.
Yeah, who's more durable and who's going to be more calm and collected as we run down the clock to the last 20 seconds.
And heal in the last second.
Yeah.
And heal.
Very important.
Or there's some damage out or something.
So if we can bring up the brackets really quickly to check upon that.
Then, yeah, actually, let's take a look. Since we are moving to the finalist, C versus Fish Tank.
Yeah.
Before we do that, let's go ahead and check out just the fourth, third, and second place rewards, just to remind everyone what those teams who have locked in their placements, what they have earned for their winnings.
So once again, for second place, you will be getting a glorious Arsha Awakening weapon for 180 days, a clean half year with that sweet, sweet weapon. You will be getting 3 Arena of Arsha reward boxes and a trophy to celebrate your placing as the runner-ups for this tournament. Of course, it doesn't feel that sweet there until you get those pearls, so 30,000 big ones. And then for the third place, it's going to be close to. You will be getting an Arena of Arsha glorious weapon for 90 days. The reward box, of course, you'll get 2 of those, and a trophy to celebrate third place. So congratulations to our third place team, which is going to be Gorillaz just taking that home. Really big prize pool.
But don't worry I believe that was Incredibles that just fought off of them. Hey, you guys still get a 60-day weapon skin. You still get 1 reward box, and you still get 10,000 big ones.
Yeah, 10,000 pearls.
10,000 pearls is still really good.
Yeah, so congratulations for our third and fourth place teams here.
But what is first place fighting for? What is on the line right now?
See, now pearls is nice.
Pearls is nice. Speaking of pearls, 50,000 big ones. A few hexapacks for first place.
But the real prize here, let's be honest, it's going to be bragging rights with that title and the Arena of Arsha. Glorious Arena of Arsha weapon, permanent, just flexing that on people in the open world. They do know who the top dogs are when they see that weapon, especially if you have no sweat on the expiry date. It's just permanent, yours forever. That is what they are vying for here in the grand finals. Let's go ahead and pull up these 2 teams that we have coming up here for the grand finals. It's going to be C up against Fish Tank. Well, I mean, these teams need
double gauntlet.
Yeah, they need no introduction, right? We've seen these guys and what they can do.
Yes. But let me tell you, man, Fish Tank is definitely more motivated to win those weapons, because on gauntlets, they have like gauntlets, right? Even the Arena of Arsha weapons don't look that good, but on the Valkyrie,
the Valkyrie,
coming into specifics here. Yeah, I feel like I kind of want to root for Fish Tanks just because I want to see that Arsha Lancia coming out from Noodleluff. I think that's probably one. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the Greatsword and the Lancia, but I think I like the Lancia more. Just the moving mechanics on the shield looks so cool.
Oh, it's so clean.
Yeah, of course, regardless of what happens here, one of our team captain, Shai, is going to be taking home that very, very cool flooring with the moving parts on it. We love to see that. Very, very cool weapon. And I don't know if we've had a Arena of Arsha, a glorious lawn in any of our past tournaments yet. So this might be the first coming out here
Actually, first for a lot of classes because this is the second tournament.
Yeah, so this is going to be very,
I was
very
about
cool.
to say.
It looks like the casting desk is a little bit skewed, and who I'm pretty sure
Fish
I know.
Tank's gonna win.
Yeah, we're
Fish
rooting
Tank's
for
gonna
Fish
win.
Tank here.
That long grab, I'm just saying, we've seen Chivalry actually been one of the ones taking like a lot of grab aggro from other teams moving forward. And if any round was taken off of them, I believe is when Chivalry was taken out fast. So let's see how they play. If they can play this well, if Fish Tank can find that grab on them without dying to double gauntlet, really tough. We'll see what happens. But who are you guys voting for? I'm voting for Fish Tank.
I think you heard it there. We all want to see those first-time weapons coming out from the side of Fish Tank. They've got a sick team name. I'm in full support of my Fishy boys. Yeah, and of course, I think my favorite player in this tournament so far has been the Lawn, just being able to apply so much pressure with the flying, just dropping on her targets and making sure that they're, probably going to die in the next CC, because when they knock them down, they're probably just going to layer it on top, and his team is just there with him, dumping damage on the targets that he's going for. So I want to see what they can do here. Zect?
Yeah, if there's one player that can take down Chivalry and grab him, it's probably this Lam.
Yeah.
And we have seen this multiple times, and I can't wait.
Yeah, let's go and check it out. You know, we like to... sorry about that.
Don't sit here. No, I just hope we don't sit here and see HP timers every match.
True.
No, I believe in Fish Tank. They're a little fiery, so let's see.
You know, on PC, we like to call lawns sky rats.
Sky rats.
They are sky rats.
Yeah.
Like flying squirrels?
Yes, they are sky rats. They play super ratty and they're in the sky.
Yeah, so just, of course, the intermission before the round actually starts, just collecting all your shy buffs, making sure you are topped off at top condition, ready to jump into the battle here.
Both teams playing a little safe, inching forward, just trying to feel out what the opponent's going to do, but it looks like things are going to start happening right here. It looks like Chivalry, like I said, is put on the ground. He is bursted down to 74% HP, and yeah, I think Fish Tank understands the only one they're probably going to be able to grab is going to be Chivalry. So let's see how they handle that pressure. Shy Bongos are going out. Looks like the Lawn actually managed to get grabbed by Macro Jr., who's been very successful throughout this whole tournament on finding grabs. Lawn doesn't go down. No Vs are used. Actually, as I said, that Macro got bursted out of nowhere. V'd out. Let's see if this Sky Rat can find the sniff on the V. Doesn't find it. Actually, opts him to grabbing Chivalry. But Chivalry gets right back up. Looks like he resists that KD, but still, that's a lot of good damage thrown out.
But the damage has been done here. You see on the side of C, Marco's V has been forced there, so they might change their targets up a little bit here or continue going for the Awakened Mystic. We'll have to see.
Right, absolutely. And yeah, this is a difficult situation to be in. But also, yeah, Macro Jr. has a sick outfit scheme. I'm just saying. I just noticed that. Clean outfit dye, by the way. Just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, he kind of looks like one of the characters that, is a little well-known to the community here. Yeah, Zek might have mentioned it there. He's rocking that attire.
All right, now back to the fight. Looks like Canoodleive is surviving here on the outskirts, not going too far in, just waiting for something to happen. The Sky Rat is going to back out. Is someone going to find him, or is he going to live? Shy Bongo gets tossed out there, doesn't really connect with anyone. And
wow, you see there, Noodleluff is
looks like Macro Jr. is on the ground, but Canoodleive also gets put on the ground as well.
Back.
But he's not going to die. Is there going to be enough damage? And it looks like Chivalry just barely manages to get back up at the last second. That was so clutch.
He had to be.
Oh, he had to be.
He's out. He got sniffed.
And it looks like he did get sniffed, like you said. And he's still alive. He's back to 34% HP. Things are happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be down to HP, potentially. And it looks like there is going to be a lot of action. Macro is dancing towards that patio. He's trying to find something, going back towards his team. Will the Lawn be able to find a grab? Nothing quite coming out.
Though.
This is, it looks like Super Shy is put on the ground. Are we going to opt in to grab?
No,
going
but that's
for
the Super Shy. That is the Super Shy.
Super Shy.
Where's my Super Shy?
Yeah, but if you see here, it's having both Vs being forced out from the Gauntlet side of things.
And no Vs from Fish Tank, by the way.
Fish Tank is just...
Oh, there's 100% from Canoodleive. He got from up top. He manages to land on the Macro Jr. Doesn't quite take him out, though. Not enough damage, but that's okay.
The hell is
17 seconds left on the clock. No one quite going down quite yet. Finally, actually, the Lawn does go out in the last 10 seconds. That is not something we expected. They were doing so well, but he manages to get taken out of the fight and sniffed out of V. I'm not sure if they can find something Macro, but 3 seconds left on the clock. It looks like that first win is to go to C. And wow, that was insane. You know, it was looking there the whole time that Fish Tank had that in the bag until, I guess, one mistake can cost you the match.
Yeah, it seemed
Exactly,
like yeah, Fish Tank looks like they had the upper hand there, especially with the Valk 100% coming down on Marco's head, dropping huge damage, bringing him down to about 70%. Around that 17-second mark, it was getting really close, but at the end of the day, they were able to find Fleur on the lawn and just take them down. So, you know, that health did not end up mattering at the end there, as you have lost a full member of your side on the side of Fish Tank. So, Zach, do you have any...
on a red class, one mistake, you're dead. Like the gauntlets just have more room for mistakes in general because they don't die as instant. Also, what they do when they stand up is like grab. They're
just waiting to just counter grab. Yeah, ready to get it back to you.
Yeah, well,
exactly,
honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are ready for our next round. You know, that first like half of the match, I feel like plays the same way. You know, everyone's just trading, not much is happening. So why don't we just skip to the good stuff right away and get right into the next round?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, round 2 is going to start here, 1 minute and 30 seconds, going straight to the action. Like I said, the V is already down on the lawn. Things are looking a little hectic, just getting right to the action. We love to see it. Can the lawn survive and try to find something? Macro is put on the ground. Re-KD'd. Is there going to be enough damage? He is forced to V. That's a good position for Fish Tank to be in, but they can't afford to take more risks. And it looks
Just
like the lawn
runs
gets
in
ran
there,
at
Chivalry, no
and gets
fear.
grabbed, but it is an Awakening Mystic, so he's actually fine, but he's getting down smashed. That's unlucky.
He's so low, and
You
I think
hate
he
to
might
see
just
it.
die here.
Nope, he is
Great
going to evade. He is
counter
trading
grab.
super armor. He actually gets Macro back on the ground, who also doesn't have a V, but he is going to survive. Lon is going to get his HP back up, flying through the sky like a true sky rat. Is he able to find something? Not quite sure. There's the bongos. He's put on the ground. CC Capped immediately taken out, unfortunately.
So
but
much
Chivalry
damage.
is also
super low.
He's super low. They actually have an opportunity to try and take someone out super
he
fast and
paid.
reset the fight, but
Notice he
unfortunately,
still has his V there,
still
so he's
has his
playing
V.
confidently without
Canoodaloo
fear.
forcing his V out of Chivalry. Can they actually find it? This might be their only opportunity to try and find him out of V. Doesn't quite find it. He's on the other side of the arena. Chivalry going back to his shy
He's
with
running to his team.
and
He's running to his team.
nothing to be found. And now C has had enough time to recuperate and get their HP back. Fish Tank also at 50%, but they haven't found anyone. Someone going on the ground off screen right there. Looks like it's Canoodaloo, unfortunately, but he is tanky. Maybe he'll get up and grab him back. Let's see. Yep, looks like Macro doesn't greet it too much. He dashes out of the way last second. Looks like Chivalry is, Canoodaloo is jumping on the fight, and with that, it is going to go to 2 points to C.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we're seeing a lot of what happened in the first run as well.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I think they realized not only is the win condition for the lawn to grab the Valk, but the other team's win condition is to take that lawn out as soon as possible. So it's a double-edged sword right there.
Yeah, and I think C has been able to find this answer both rounds, just being able to first take out the V from the lawn and then locking her down and killing her after.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in this third round here, but they've got to turn it around. They got to clean up their play on Fish Tank, so they're trying to bring this back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it.
Taking out the LAN is their objective. As soon as the LAN is out, there's nothing the other team can do. However, I still think that's the right play to do with the LAN being AP and offensive, because that's also on the other hand, like double-edged sword, like you said, the only way how they can open up C and getting the kills.
Right, hoping to see some more grab pressure on a Macro from Canoodaloo just so the lawn can have a little bit more breathing room. But easier said than done. You have that shy wall just right in the way.
Yeah, a little bit
both
moment of
sides.
the calm before a storm with both teams just sizing each other up. Now they're jumping into things.
Yep, a little bit of a wet noodle fight for now. Just trading in. Actually, Canoodaloo going right on the ground. Doesn't burn V. He's just fine. He'll be okay. Looks like Lon is playing a little bit more slowly. Macro looking directly at him, trying to go for that grab. Doesn't work. Chivalry actually
taking a
being
huge
pushed directly
chunk
on
of
the
damage.
ground.
Chivalry's
But there's a
with the
massive
combo.
heal just coming back up. He said,
Damn.
nah.
That's
Go back in
crazy,
time.
dude.
Did we hit the reverse key on the playback there?
He
That was
just
crazy.
rewinded.
Just a little bit of it's rewind time.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
Chivalry.
PA plus shy, man.
Yeah.
PA plus shy. Super shy using the super bongos right there, backing up his team. Looks like Chivalry is going to be put on the ground again. Is he going to be managed to be bursted down? Not quite. He is going to stand back up. Canoodaloo looking to be in a dire situation. Super shy in the middle there, just supporting his team.
A lot of damage
And
being dumped there,
unfortunately,
and the lawn gets
just
picked
got
off again.
deleted out of the map. Unfortunate. And yeah, like we said, it's a double-edged sword. And for one, having the lawn there is a lot of pressure, but once you realize that you can't afford to just dump all resources on only lawn, now it's just reverse, and there's not enough breathing room for him to truly play how he wants to. He can't fly away, he can't fly in, he can't go for that range grab, and it's proving true that Macro as well as Chivalry are able to just put all that pressure on to the lawn.
Yeah, and I think an issue coming out here with Fleur is he's just playing too ballsy, and they're just being in the middle of the fight there and trading super armor damage with them when he should be very much more aware that, you know, he's very fragile in these fights. He can't just walk up in there and go toe-to-toe with these guys. He's got to be a little more sneaky than that.
He's got to fly.
Yeah, he's got to fly.
Especially because Mystic got a vacuum. As soon as he pulls that, like he gets pulled in and he gets grabbed, it's over.
Yep, there's the Awakening Valk ult from
100%,
but it doesn't quite connect on a macro, who opts in for an iframe to the side and back in with a grab onto Knoodaloo, forcing him into V, leaving Super Shy alone. What's going to happen? Do they find the V? He's at the other side of the patio, but they don't manage to find him in time.
Okay,
he actually manages to CC macro, but he resists the follow-up, not leaving him a chance. Getting
and the
grabbed
coming out here.
And yeah, I fear that that's going to be in for Knoodaloo. Actually, he gets back up. Super Shy, actually the Shy getting pretty low, lower than what we're used to seeing. Is this going to be a chance for them to turn this 2v3 into a 2v2,
well, they
or
better
is
do
this
it
going to be
fast.
an end? They only have 20 seconds left on the clock. Looks like our teams are playing slow, not really taking much risk. There's the Shy handshake in the middle there with the bongos. All right, it looks like Knoodaloo is unfortunately on the ground, and he is taken out of the fight, and this win is most definitely going to go to C for the third round match.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of time before C takes the third round.
Yeah, like we said earlier, unfortunately, like everything hinges on the lawn, but the double gauntlet just has that opportunity to just constantly chase him over.
Yeah, I feel like the lawn is just playing a little bit too risky here, a little bit too ballsy, just jumping into the middle of the fight, like I said.
Honestly, I'm actually going to give him a little bit more credit, because I'm seeing in these fights, even when he runs away, there's a gauntlet with his number. Like, it doesn't matter if he's playing safe or not. Like, there is 2 grabs. There's 4 hands going right for him.
Yeah, that's true.
So even with either safe
also,
or aggressive, it's tough.
Yeah.
Gauntlets are super fast, man. They can definitely chase the lawn down.
Yeah.
Like, even if she's in the sky, they also know each other, right? So
you know how he's going to play.
You know when he's coming down to the ground, okay, we'll grab your ass now.
Right,
they just pluck him out of the sky. Just grab him out of the sky right there.
Yeah.
Know exactly where he's going to be.
Well, let's go to that next round, potentially the final round of the series.
Yeah.
Let's go to round 4, ladies and gentlemen. You know, one thing people forget too is, as much as Lawn can fly, on Awakening specifically, the stamina is not as great. Like, you will run out of stamina if you keep running away. And versus 2 gauntlets, Shy buffed?
Yeah, and they're just going to be burning you down the whole time.
You're forced to go into SA, and that's going to leave you to get grabbed.
Exactly.
Both teams just staring each other down.
But I'm right with you guys when with Vaha when he says he needs to play a bit more careful. Like, he definitely he could play more careful. He's really reckless.
He just needs to, you know, size these fights up and realize that he can't just be
jumping right there in the middle, pretty risky,
like
but he managed to be okay.
Exactly. That's what I mean, man. He just jumps right in.
Looks like he's playing off to the side. Really not much you can do. Diving into the grabs, I'm actually very impressed that
immediately grabbed.
Honestly, it's crazy that he's that confident going into the grab, but he ended up being all right. He's getting up off his feet.
Yeah, somehow able to, you know, get away from that, so not too bad there. Okay, we see that, you know, not much is happening. People are just playing neutral right now. We have these 2 gauntlets
here. Chivalry here.
Yeah.
No connection, though.
No connection. Chivalry is going to dump DPS onto them. There is a V that did come out from the lawn. Unfortunately, this is going to put him in a tough situation. Are they going to be able to sniff it? Do they find him? He ends up being towards the gate, but
Knoodaloo is in a little bit of trouble here. He's totally fine, though.
Oh, he's actually completely fine. He said, nah, I'm a Valk. Don't worry. The lawn is getting in the mix of things and getting constantly focused by the striker macro, making it difficult for the lawn to even breathe or do anything. He has to keep staying out of the fight. Looks like Knoodaloo
huge
is
bongo
getting bongoed.
There.
Good bongo play,
Huge
absolutely.
Bongo.
Huge bongos.
They're just
great
ceasing.
play. Oh my god.
All right, those bongos are going to stick in the center of the map, and yeah, there's going to be a little bit of handshake 1v1 between the lawn and Mystic, but Mystic decides to go back towards his teammates. Looks like some Shy buffs did go out there last second, so let's see. I don't believe the lawn was around to receive those Shy buff, so he might be at a disadvantage here. But with 1 minute left in the match, the 50% HP decrease has occurred. Will Fish Tank be able to take at least one win off of C and try to do the reverse sweep on them? Looks like the Valve
is on the ground. Has to be.
Now there's going to be more pressure onto that lawn. Are they going to sniff the V? Are they going to be able to find it? Not quite. He does manage to get into safety. He's completely fine for now. But be careful, that range grab. You could hear that audio cue. The range grab did go out from lawn, but it did not connect.
Yeah,
it looks like he is going to opt into play away from the fight. Really smart. He sees that macro is constantly looking at him, but eventually he does have to go in SA and doesn't get grabbed quite yet. It's very scary. You can see the lawn is not able to do anything. He feels like all eyes are on him, and that's true.
Yeah, and as we're coming down to this last 10 seconds here, we have to see something happen, but I mean, all the Vs have been used on the side of Fish
5
Tank.
seconds. Looks like HP is going to go to, believe it or not, actually.
Oh, C edges it out at the end
C
there.
again. And C is going to be our grand final champions.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, they just had Fish Tank's number all 4 rounds. They're just clean sweep there.
Double Gauntlet's tough into a Shy.
Super
but
tough,
honestly, that team with the lawn, they did phenomenal throughout this tournament. We saw a lot of amazing plays. So good job to everyone who is competing today. There were some really good matches, and yeah, everyone just, you could see that these teams played they play together all the time.
Of course.
They know how to.
Yeah, they're used to each other, all their play styles, and how they like to play the round out. I guess the prep work on C was just there. They just knew that this lawn was a big problem, and they had to isolate her.
Very smart.
They were able to find through it every single time, and the pressure was just so immense that, you know, they had no backup plan. After the V was burned, it was just easy pickings for the Double Gauntlet team comp to just come in and finish up the round, whether it be by an HP win or just straight up killing him. Yeah, they had all the answers. Of course, this is not to say that Delano was without fault. I think maybe he got a little bit too hot-headed just jumping in there, thinking that he could survive doing these super armor trades with the enemy team.
But even when he played on the back foot, even later on, even though he took those risks and weren't punished right away, you could see even when he played purely defensive, Macro was like, don't care. He just ran at his face 24/7.
Yeah. Zach,
he was behind him all the time.
Yeah,
I think both teams did really well, but Double Gauntlets and Shy is just it's too strong at the moment.
It's
really strong.
It's that
because
team.
in the other team, like the LAN and the Val, those are respective like best players of their class for years, right? So there's nothing they did wrong or could like. Right at this level, it really comes down to like those
team
balance things. Yeah, team composition, like team balance composition when it comes to teams, and the Double Gauntlet Shy is something the moment you can't really beat consistently, at least.
Yeah, especially if they're being, you know, manned by these very, very exceptional players coming out from the
absolutely.
side.
Everyone was so good.
Yeah, they just knew their win condition. They had perfect mastery over their classes, and I mean, although the Gauntlet class is very strong for both the Awakening Mystic and the Striker, these two players just knew exactly what they had to do to secure the win every single time.
Absolutely.
They never looked like they even had a bit of weakness in the matches.
No, they were so. That's the type of team you fight, and your morale goes down a little bit because you can't find that opening. You can't find something. Now, I do want to bring like I do want to say I feel like Macro really is the MVP here because this guy was just going at grab every single time. Like you could not if there was a grab, it landed. There was no missing with that grab.
Yeah,
did a phenomenal.
He's
job.
really good with that.
Yeah,
he by the way he's also the player. You guys remember that we had this 10-year back anniversary thing where we had he was the player with the most kills on our server. He's experienced with that. Yeah, so
definitely a seasoned vet coming out here.
He's definitely good.
He's him.
So once again, I would like to congratulate C on taking home that grand finals prize. Congratulations to our new cemented Arena of Arsha 2025 EU champion.
pearls. We got that Arsha title, permanent. The permanent.
They got
Arsha
matching gauntlets now.
skin.
They can just flex it.
They got matching gauntlets now.
And let's just go ahead and pull up the rewards on the screen again so we can see what first place
rewards.
Yeah, and as Etsu mentioned here, they have the permanent Arsha weapons now, both
forever,
and the Striker just able to just flex that on everyone in the server. They also get to bring home the exclusive title for first place. Just able to just show the entire server, They are really
him.
Yeah,
I'm him.
Yeah, these guys are not to be trifled with, and of course the 50,000 pros is going to be huge.
50,000 big ones.
Yeah, go on a little bit of shopping spree. Buy your friend something nice too. Probably not.
No, I'm getting more gear.
Probably not.
Yeah. More gear for me, none for you.
None for you.
Yeah.
All my alts will have outfits.
All right, and they're also going to be getting the glorious Arena of Arsha reward box. 5 of those going to each of the players on the team. So congratulations once again. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop back out to the main screen. And it was a great event.
It was a good tournament.
We definitely saw a lot of different team cups coming from different regions. We have
We love
NA.
to see it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very interesting to see like how that ends up happening. Like you said, NA very rat heavy.
Yeah, they have a lot of assassins. They're not afraid to run 2 DPS. Team comps most of the time. A lot of Sork play coming out from the NA side of things, and no shies. Like we've said, no shies coming out from the NA side. EU is just very focused on bringing the best of the best when it comes down to team comp, making sure that they're equipped to withstand any type of aggression that comes out from the NA side. And yeah, if you're in a situation like this where everyone is hyper focused on playing their best possible compositions, sometimes you do end up having these matches that will just get very drawn out because we just have so much durability on both sides of the bracket. I want to thank everyone on the production side of things. We couldn't have had this wonderful program without our production team. So thank you, GM Dennis and our production boys, for holding it down for us.
As well as the CMGM team running moderation.
Oh, yeah,
definitely. And everyone just helping out. And yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you as well, CMSU, for joining us from the TC side of things. A great cast once again.
Appreciate it. I do it again. And thanks again for the console community for being so welcoming with me on desk. I really appreciate you guys. And honestly, between this, the NA and the EU console tournament, gotta say, you guys are hype.
The console,
straight up, the
console players know how to
tournaments,
put on a show.
They're hype.
Yeah.
Like, I loved seeing it, so I'd love to see it again. And keep up the great work, everyone, and keep PvP in.
Yeah, awesome. And, of course, we can't forget about Zect, our long-time standing content creator from the EU side of things. This guy's an OG. He's been around since the early days of BDC. A good friend in real life, too. We've seen you come out to a few of our live events. I think the last time we saw you was at France in Heidelberg. It was just so good to see you again. Casting this with us, it's been a blast. You brought in some invaluable knowledge about some of these players that we're seeing today, and also great analysis on some of the team comps because you are a very seasoned vet in the PvP scene as well.
Yeah, I've been playing for 4 years nearly, so yeah, 100%. The only reason I've never participated in tournaments is just because I have to host them. Or
we gotta have you on the desk.
You're too powerful.
We gotta have you on the desk.
They have to have a chance.
No, bro. I play Musa, right? So I wouldn't have a chance. This kind of turn environment at the moment, at least. But I like to do this because especially also doing the community tournaments, because we don't get a lot of tournaments. We are a small community, so it's always nice when we get something official. But that's why I always do the community stuff, so we have some things for the console people to fight for, especially for the PvP scene. We are a small village, like I always say. PC is like city, right? You don't. And the console is like a small village. Everyone knows everyone and know how they play. You can sometimes tell the player by the ghillie color, right?
I know what that's like.
I know what color ghillie you wear. I know where your residence is in Heido. I know everything about you.
Yeah, Zach,
exactly.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, sorry, please.
I was gonna ask. You do stream, correct?
Yeah. He is a streamer and one of our beloved content creators. So if you want to shout out your socials, Zach, we would love to hear it.
Oh yeah, just go on YouTube, on Twitch. Just Twitch is Zect_BDO, and on YouTube it's just Zect. You can find me there. I'm also doing PvP stuff, mostly also tournament stuff. So if there's tournaments in EU going on, it's mostly me involved that is doing stuff like this. Also for this year, I still have some things planned.
Ooh, some things he's cooking up. So hopefully
let him cook.
Seeing some of these community tournaments coming out soon. We know that if anyone's going to be able to put on a great show, it's going to be Zect. The production quality kind of honestly rivals that of our own. He's got his own setup and everything. It was just always a great time. Yeah, no, his set is always looking really cool. He's got his own graphics and like that. Homemade, by the way. Homemade graphics and transitions coming out from Zect. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us once again. It's always been a pleasure to have you on with us, and I'm looking forward to anything that you'll be hosting soon. It should be a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
thanks so much for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. So before we close things out here, I would also like to share our final coupon of the Arena of Arsha 2025. Don't forget that you are able to use all these other previous coupons alongside this one we're going to be sharing right now. These are going to be universal coupons. Let's see if we can throw that up on the stream right now. And it's going to be Console Arsha 2025. We're going to really walk you through what we have in this coupon coming up here. We're going to have a Combat and Skill EXP 300% scroll. You're going to get 3 of those. And you're going to also get 3 loot scrolls too, paired together. You have 3 hours of boosted grinding, boosted EXP. On top of that, we're going to be throwing in 1 Supreme Old Moon scroll, so you get that juicy boost to your drop rate increase. Maybe lock in some of those treasure items that you've been looking for. Today might be your day. You don't know. Yeah, might be lucky today.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't have a coupon without having, the cornerstone. The Cron Stone.
Oh, the Cron Stone.
We do love our Cron Stones.
True.
So 100 Cron Stones to top off that coupon there. So go ahead and use this coupon. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with other regions, of course. This is a worldwide event here. We want everyone from all of our different communities, all our different servers to enjoy these rewards. So let's just make sure that everyone knows. And that's going to be it. Any closing words from you, Siemetsu?
No, just thanks again for having me. Zach, thanks for joining the desk. And yeah, everyone from the console community, have a good rest of your weekend and have a wonderful day.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys soon. Signing out here. See you in Baja.
Later.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye.